What's up? What's happening, man? What's happening, man? Press one. Salute to everybody out there, man. Everything's cool, man. I'm hanging in there, man. I'm hanging in, I'm swinging. There's a lot going on in the news today. I may go get a haircut tomorrow, man. I may go to the barber shop and get a haircut tomorrow. Yeah, man. Shout out to my man Don Wrinkles. Just bam off the top. Salute to Don, man. Don be in the building. Our Nation Hall of Famer, man. Yeah, a lot going on today, man. Well, on the East Coast, it's no longer today, man. It's tomorrow where I'm at. It's today in California. It's tomorrow on the East Coast. So, yeah, man. Yeah. It's yesterday in California. Yeah, man. It's tomorrow in Michigan too. It's yesterday in Michigan. Oh, Detroit is on East Coast time, isn't it? I think Detroit's on the East Coast time, but I think the rest of the Midwest is on Central time. Oh, happening, man. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that MS-13 character attended school, but not on the I saw that as a murder suspect, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like, man. We gotta. There's a lot to get into tonight, man. A lot, Jack. Yeah, we gonna definitely get into Diddy, man. We gonna get into Diddy, man. We gonna wear Diddy ass out tonight, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, what a pity what happened to Diddy, man. Yeah, Diddy in big trouble, man. A lot of people in big trouble too, though, man. Blakistan, man. A lot of people in big trouble in Blakistan, man. I saw this today, man. It was interesting. That movie. I got a lot of stuff I got to do tomorrow, man. edit a lot of videos tomorrow, man. Um, there's that movie, Am I Racist? And these two women were talking about it, man. It was very interesting, man. It was very interesting, man. Listening to these two women talk about the movie Am I Racist?
And then, yeah, her and Candy, and Matt Walsh is basically putting on a bad wig and some glasses and a disguise and trying to take the principles of diversity, equity, and inclusion to their logical end. And he does this with a straight face through the whole thing. And I'm just sitting there thinking, how is he doing this? Like, he goes to a DEI training. He becomes certified through some farm of DEI certification. He goes to one of those white women dinners where the white women pay $5,000 to be berated by experts. I mean, it's a lot of outlandish situations that he sort of infiltrates. And
yeah, so yeah, I think that while there was a lot that was just hilarious, and I think it's hilarious because we have these conversations all the time, and when you have thought through a lot of this, you can see the insanity behind it. And so it makes you laugh to be like, wow, people are actually doing this. They're still doing this. But I also was wondering as I was sitting there, wow, if I was on the other side of this conversation still, I wonder how I would feel about it. I wonder if it would just seem like there's another right-wing conservative who really doesn't care about racism that happens in our country, and that is just here to make fun of people like me. I
Ma'am, somewhere there is, and who cares? Who cares? Just enjoy the damn movie. Laugh and enjoy the damn movie. Who cares if there's some right wing? They don't want white people to have any fun. Like, somewhere it's a white guy laughing. We gotta stop that. Press 1.
wish that there would have been a hit more of a persuasive conversation of saying like, hey, look, but here are some real answers. Or, we don't.
Ma'am, there are no answers to this DEI race grift bullshit. The only answer is to shut them down and get rid of it. There's no answers. There's no answers, woman. You can't negotiate with terrorists, man. And that's what the left is. They're terrorists. You can't negotiate with them.
Don't deny that racism exists. Racism can happen to any person. And how do we actually tackle that conversation? Yeah, I felt like there were just opportunities missed, but it was funny, and it was really funny. I just when you're laughing at someone else's expense.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I thought it was funny. I laughed a lot. It's a lot of the private thoughts I've had of like, I wonder how this would play out if you took it all the way to the end, and asking some of these questions. There was a lot of things I could relate to in that. But I had the very similar feeling about it is this is not a persuasive movie. This is a movie directed toward people who already think that DEI is racist and they call it die instead of DEI. And it's really just geared toward people that already want to lampoon DEI. And if I had tried to take you to that when you were on the other side of the conversation, when you were still in that ideology and mindset, that would have been a mess. And you would have walked out. Yeah. Because there was no sense of compassion about an acknowledgement of actual racism. The movie is sort of designed to
there is no racism, ma'am. Okay, the racism, there is no racism, man. The white person was a jerk, or he's a dickhead, or he's an a-hole. Racism is very rare. Usually the white person that you're having a problem with is inconsiderate. They're mean. They're awful. They're a jerk. They're a butthole. They're incompetent. That's what usually it is. And you're calling it racism. Salute to my man Mayo Monkey, man. Ock Nation Hall of Famer, Mount Rushmore. Mayo Monkey. He said, Diddy been didding. Diddy been Diddy got he going to a place though where, man, listen, man, the bandits are heavy where he going, man. The bandits are heavy where he going. The bandits are heavy. The bandits, he going to a place where it's a lot of banditos, man.
Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. I'm here.
Am I gay? I tell them no. And see, I'm out here in society. I'm out here where a man can have a woman. And you women out here, I love you to death, man. It's not like you. There's no man in the world that can replace a woman, man. No love you can receive from a man that can even come close to the love that a woman can give you. I choose a woman over anything. I want that to be known, man. I love y'all, man. Y'all are so precious. So precious, right? And when I came out of here, I felt sad about that. You know, that I was in prison doing this stuff and never had a chance to see what the feel of a woman is like. And when I felt that embrace, just everything about a woman, man, it's no comparison. I would never, ever choose a man over a woman anything. Never.
Can I ask you some questions?
Yes, you can.
A couple people written in. I want to go ahead and get some of them out of the way. What's the most traumatic experience you ever witnessed, and does it still affect you today?
None of the things I experienced affects me today because I set my mindset not to allow that. You know, whatever I went through. I did it. It's past. It's in the past. I leave it in the past. That's how I am with it. I leave things in the past.
All right. What are your plans for the new year, and will you be coming out with a book or a documentary soon?
I plan in the new year.
Both now.
Well, you know, when you get older, man, all the desires you had when you was a teenager usually is replaced by other desires, right? You to keep your sanity, because people didn't know what prison was like. You know, them type of people here, they didn't grow up like me. I can come to prison and do time. I came out of project. These people came out of good house and good family and good everything, and they messed up. And he took and killed a man over a towel in the shower. Guy coming up, scoot his stuff over so he can put his stuff down and take a shower. He went and got a steel bar out of the weight pad and killed that man. He dead now. He died in prison though. He never got out.
Chauncey?
Yeah, Chauncey died, man. It's shameful. If he had stayed alive, he would have been in the NBA right now. And I wish there had some more questions you can ask me. But while you looking for questions, I can go on and talk. Since I've been out, man, and I see what's going on out here, I haven't been in prison all that time to think about things. And I watch the news and I see all these killings and stuff. It makes me so sad, man, because I know the police is going to do their job. And I know the people that these killers, I don't know.
Do you think you could whoop Will?
I don't know that either. I don't know what Will Smith knows.
I mean, because that means you would have took an L.
Not to read my book. Because my book is going to be loaded with things that is the potatoes. Put them in the clam chowder. In 2000, they got camels everywhere in the society. They say that people do and can't stop doing. Me too. So I go hard for mine, right? I'm done with all that, you know, and be done with it. And don't get in it no more. Don't mess around with it. And then from 92 to 2015, all you been is what God created you to be, a man. You know, you done got the knowledge in you. You done got the wisdom and the strength, right? And you got the desire, man, I'm going to be what I was born to be, a man. I'm not diverting from this. And you go hard on it. So all the people that knew you from 92, from 70, all up to 92, they know what you done. But from 93 all the way up to 2015, when you became who you was born to be and never changed back. Now the inmates that came in through them eras, they only know you from that. So you got people now that would say to me, man, I was locked up with you, man. I see you on the internet, and man, when I saw you, bro, you was that nigga. You was that man. You saw me from 2000, you saw me from 1993 to 2015. You didn't see me from 1974 on up to 1993. So when you speak about Felice Johnson, you're going to have different opinions coming from different people. You're going to have people saying, man, I was locked up with him for 15, 20 years. And he was the hardest of the hard. He was this, he was that, he was this, he was that. And they'd be true. And that was true. Then you got people that come from 94 to 2000. From 94 to 1992. And they would say, I remember him doing this and this and this. So it would be like, who do you believe? Who's right? Who's wrong? They both right. It's called a two-edged sword. Any more questions? And the reason I can feel, I'm sitting here speaking about it because you know why? I done did a lot of things in this life, right? A lot of things I'm ashamed of.
See, he used to be a man. He used to be a woman in prison. A lot of people don't know Fleece was a woman in prison for the first 20 years of his bid. He did 40 years. He was a woman in prison for the first 20 years. He was a man's wife. And then the next 20 years, he was like a stone cold gorilla taking dudes' booties.
Once you gay, you always be gay. Once you this, you always be this. None of that is true.
What goes on in the day? You changed your name and everything for 11 years, so
No, I never changed my name.
it's okay.
I appreciate the name my mama gave me. I had nicknames, but I never changed my real name.
So what was a typical day for Linda Dynamite?
Same as any day.
That was his day. From 1970 to 1992, he was known as Linda Dynamite. He was dressing like a woman in prison. He was a man's property in prison.
Yes.
Lipstick and all that?
No, they didn't have no lipstick. They stopped out in corrections.
What was your favorite meal you cooked in prison?
Man, my favorite man cooked real good. That's the meal.
And we're gonna try to do some we're gonna try to see Fleece in the kitchen too. We're gonna get that together so he can cook some of that.
Yeah, I would love to cook for you.
And I'm a very picky eater, so I don't know who's gonna be eating it, but
I can cook anything. I can cook whatever.
I might hurt some ass feelings if it's me.
Nah, I can cook good. I had no complaints.
How long was you in the Linda Dynamite stage? How long was you wearing a dress and being Linda Dynamite in prison?
11 years.
You did it for 11 years?
Probably.
Straight? Like you never came out of a dress?
No. About 11 years. 11 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
You was Linda Dynamite for 11 years.
11 years, probably. Yeah.
You was a woman for 11 years.
About 11 years.
Was you fighting when you was Linda Dynamite?
Still fighting.
But you wore a dress every day for 11 years.
It wasn't no dress, just tight pants.
Lipstick and all that?
No, they didn't have no lipstick. They stopped all that. See, here's what people don't know about the prison system. In the 70s, all that gay stuff was allowed. It was allowed. And then in the 90s, a new administration come on, and they was not with it. They better not see nothing gay in our period. They'll lock you up, put you in a hole. And in the 2000s, they got camels everywhere in the prison. No blind side. They got gauze in the showers now. They got gauze everywhere. And the main thing they trying to crack down on is homosexuality. And where if they catch you in the act right now, they gonna contact your family and tell your family you was caught in a sexual act with another man. That's a policy in the correction system right now.
But you was Linda Dynamite for 11 years. 11 years.
11 years.
This one guy said his Uncle Dino whooped you in 2002. Why you keep saying you never lost?
Because I never did. I don't even know Dino. Whoever Dino is and all that. Ain't nobody ever took nothing from me. Everything that I did in prison, good or bad, I did on my own. And whoever this Dino guy is saying his uncle whooped me, hey, that's a fantasy, bro. I don't accept whoopings, and I do what I want. I don't accept no whoopings, no consequences like that. I either win or I break even. Believe that. That's how I fight battles. Win or break even.
I'm still floored from you being Linda Dynamite for 11 years. You never said nothing about that till right now. So
hey, you know
I want
what?
to dig into that a little more.
I'm gonna let you dig into it, and because
Pause. We gotta say pause on that.
Paul.
All right.
I'm gonna let you dig into it because you know what? I feel good about me. You know, they got things out in society they say that people do and can't stop doing. Once you a crackhead, you a crackhead. Once you cocaine, you in it. Heroin, you in it. Once you gay, you always be gay. Once you this, you always be this. None of that is true.
What goes on in the day? You changed your name and everything for 11 years, so
No, I never changed my name.
it's okay.
I appreciate the name my mama gave me. I'll stop. So at the time I stopped, here what goes on. So let's say if I stopped in 92. So I said, I'm done with all this. So I didn't get out to 2015, but I stopped in 92. So I go hard from now, right? I'm done with all that, you know, and be done with it. And don't get in it no more. Don't mess around with it. And then from 92 to 2015, all you been is what God created you to be, a man.
So that's the part we watched earlier.
Which I never said. But I can't go back and change none of it. I can only change who I am at the moment, right? And I done made them changes, right? And I feel good about the man I am right now. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world. And so if somebody got something negative to say, hey, I got this to say to you. Who you?
Hey, Fleece, I got a call the other day about, and I was looking at another YouTube, Spliff TV. I've been talking to cats over, and they interviewed a guy named Tony Willridge. He's the first openly gay Crip. So I want you to watch a little bit of it and tell me what you think about him. He's the first openly gay.
So yeah, man, this is the world of prison, man, where even Fleece was a woman for 11 years. The infamous Fleece Johnson was a woman for 11 years, wearing tight pants and running around cooking, being a man's wife. You know what I'm saying? And in another interview, he went into it a little deeper. Like the man would treat him like a real woman, like check him in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, treat him like a old school woman, not like these modern women, like a woman from the 50s and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was subservient to his husband in prison, because you know roles are really defined in prison. Yeah, man. That just goes to show you how crazy that place is, prison, man. That's why a lot of times you gotta let shit ride, man. You gotta let shit go. Because why you want to go to a place where Fleece Johnson was a woman for 11 years? He was a woman for 11 years. Fleece Johnson. Why you want to go to that place? End up in a place Think about that. That man was a woman for 11 years in prison and then turned into one of the most feared prisoners where he was at after being a woman for 11 years. Salute the fear resides within us. He says, what's up, though, Ak? Just got off work, about to roll up a nice one. Watch the nightly Sunman Troubles. Salute. Yeah, man. Salute to you too, bro. Shout out to LRLRS, man. Big Larry in the building. Yeah. Yeah, he was a punk. Yeah, he was a punk. But his role, yeah, man. Fleece was a punk, man. For a long time, man. 11 years is a long time, Jack. 11 years is an eternity, man. 11 years is an eternity, man. $11 is an eternity.
Whether they should be civilly boosting Trump back in 2016. But I also think there are Americans who are engaged in this kind of propaganda. And whether they should be civilly or even in some cases criminally charged is something that would be a better deterrence because then boosting.
Hillary's still mad she lost, man. You lost, man. Wow, this broad is broke now.
First of all, Allahu Akbar. I've gone through a lot of changes internally. And as a result, my outer world has completely crumbled.
You got a baby by a ball player, bitch. Shut up.
Sorry, whoa! Wow. Leaving me incredibly uncertain in just about every area in my life. I have no idea where I'm going to live or how I'm going to provide for my son. But Allah has moved mountains for me, and I trust that this will be no different. I feel like Alice when she ate the cookie and her feet went through the windows and she's crying.
You better holler at Jesus, man. Jesus, man, he'll do it for you. You still got time, man. Come back to Jesus. Everything will be all right.
In a house like that. I've outgrown where I am. The facade is fading, alhamdulillah. And I'm at a place where I don't want anything that doesn't have my name on it. Take it away. It serves no purpose here. And I don't want
Islam, women can't own property in Islamic countries, man. What you talking about is anti-Islam, man. Press 1, man.
And I'm at a place where I don't want anything that doesn't have my name on it. Take it away. It serves no purpose here. And I don't want a penny more than I'm meant to have because I can do a lot with a little. The facade is fading. And when the facade fades and all the BS is cleared out, it makes room for what has always been for you.
Shut up, bitch.
That shit true. That shit. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a motherfucker. I'm a Trump supporter, bro. Ain't no secret. That's besides the boy and shit, man. That's besides that. But that shit crazy, homie. I'm Haitian, man. How y'all feeling about this election shit? I feel like we fucked anyway. I ain't with that Kamala Harris shit either. I ain't with that shit neither, man. But it's like, bro, what the fuck going on in America, homie? I need to go. I'm finna go to Springfield tomorrow, homie. My boy, anyway, I gotta see this shit. I gotta see this shit, bro, because it's like, I ain't smelling that, homie. I ain't smelling that. Other than that, I say vote for Trump. I say that. But, homie, I don't give a fuck, right? Because it's like, homie, where's the evidence at? I ain't see man Haitian eat a cat. I ain't see no Haitian eat no cat, homie. When y'all...
Nothing but white people. Nothing but white people. Nothing but white folk in that crowd, Jack. Nothing but young college-age white people. God damn it.
Name, please. Hey, how can I help you?
Hey there, Jeremy.
Yeah.
How are you?
Who are you?
You're getting into Diddy soon, man.
Can you give your full name, please?
Major O'Donnell, the FBI.
Is that sufficient to identify as the only one O'Donnell affiliated with the FBI?
In New Hampshire, yes.
Could you please state your full name, sir?
Could you please stop recording?
No. It's First Amendment right.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Could you stop recording?
Absolutely not. You can show me your name and identification, or I'm going to go back inside my house.
Okay. I don't really want to broadcast my...
Oh, this is going out right after you guys walk away.
So that's why I'm not going to...
So you can show me your name or ID. You can walk away.
We just want to talk to
I'm not going to talk to people who claim to be federal agents unless they can show me identification.
you. See our badges.
I need to see. Is your full name on that badge?
No.
I'd like to see something with your full name, or I'm not going to talk to you.
I prefer you not to broadcast it.
This will be going online as soon as you walk away.
All I want to do is talk to you about a post that was made. And if you
Well,
happen to be the one who made the
I want to talk to you about you guys coming here. Say you make a salary of, I don't know what, low 100K? You guys making six figures? Factor in 50% expenses, overhead, maybe 100% expenses. Talking about burning a couple $100 an hour just here, let alone all the time you guys are spending to investigate something that you know is not against the law, right? Like
So
you're familiar with. So then why would you come?
Because we wanted to make sure that there weren't any.
No, you're coming because you're part of a regime that does this kind of thing when you know law.
Wow. Hold on, man.
Low 100K? You guys making six figures? Factor in 50% expenses, overhead, maybe 100% expenses. Talking about burning a couple $100 an hour just here, let alone all the time you guys are spending to investigate something that you know is not against the law, right? Like you're familiar with. So then why would you come?
Because we wanted to make sure that there weren't any.
No, you're coming because you're part of a regime that does this kind of thing when you know laws aren't being broken, and that's an embarrassment, man. Didn't you guys read the Constitution? Do you not believe in America? Like, how do you do your jobs and go home?
We appreciate it.
You're walking away because nothing we did is against the law, and you guys are fuckheads that try to act like bullies. And I hope you go home and are embarrassed. You can't even say your name on camera because you know that what you're doing is embarrassing. You know Americans that believe in the Constitution think you're laughable. And you go home and you think about what you did today. Go home and think about it, you cowards. Drive away. Drive away.
Thank you for your time.
You're not welcome. You should be embarrassed. Embarrassing. You guys are embarrassing.
That should be a t-shirt right there. That should be a t-shirt. Salute to Eric S., man, Ock Nation Hall of Famer, coming through once again. He says, did you see where the woman in downtown Dallas got knocked in the head? I told my mom it was a harder who did it. It probably was a hard R that did it, man. Let's get into Diddy, though, man. Let's get into some Diddy, man. And then we'll get into all the fuckery, man.
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed. The charges are unclear as of this moment. Joining us now is CNN's entertainment reporter Elizabeth Wagmeister, and also with us CNN chief legal correspondent Ellie Honing. Elizabeth, you were a big part of revealing some details about Diddy's conduct in private over the course of the last couple of months. That video led to a lot more scrutiny on what he has been accused of. What do we know at this point about what this case might ultimately be about?
Abby, at the moment, we don't know what the charges are. I have information that he was arrested tonight at a Manhattan hotel. He is currently being processed. I heard from his attorney, they are still maintaining his innocence. They said that in anticipation of these charges that Diddy relocated to New York last week. And here's a statement that I have from his attorney. He says, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office." He goes on to say that he is an imperfect person, but is not criminal. Now, Abby, that video that you just spoke about was a few months ago when our team broke this disturbing video of Diddy violently assaulting his ex-girlfriend, Cassandra Ventura, better known as the singer, her stage name, Cassie. Now, up until this point, when we broke this video,
Take the stairs. This woman's crazy, man. Take the stairs. Why she ain't take the damn stairs? I guess she ain't want to get caught in the stairwell with that dude, man. But you take the stairs, man. Don't sit there and wait at the goddamn elevator when you got a psychopath chasing you, man.
Singer, her stage name, Cassie. Now, up until this point, when we broke this video, Diddy had denied the allegations against him. Cassie is one of 10 civil suits against Diddy, 9 of which he is accused directly of sexually assault. Up until that video, he denied everything. After that video came out, he changed his tone. He apologized for his conduct in that video. But I have to tell you, Abby, just as of last week, a former member of Danity Kane, which was one of the bands from Making the Band, Diddy's show that was on MTV, she sued him for sexual assault and other disturbing allegations, and he denied that. So he continues the denials, and he still maintains his innocence, even though he has been arrested tonight.
And Ellie, not a huge amount of information available tonight, but Elizabeth brought up something that I want you to give us a little bit of insight into. Diddy is here in New York, in Manhattan. He apparently came here in anticipation that something like this might happen. What should we understand about what that might mean? It could very well be that this is a federal arrest being processed here in New York.
So, Abby, there are some important things we do not know, including the specific charges that have been lodged against Sean Combs. But there are some really important things we do know. First of all, based on the attorney's statement, based on our reporting, this is a federal prosecution. It's not a state prosecution. The fact that he's being processed in Manhattan tells me that's the Southern District of New York. That's consistent with the...
Don't the feds got like a 99% conviction rate, man? Ain't that the feds, man? 99% conviction rate, man. He through, man. He gonna have to cooperate, man.
Reporting that the Southern District of New York had been handling this case. That's the office I used to work at. That's an office that sort of specializes in high stakes cases. Just in the last year or so, Southern District of New York, just as an example, has successfully prosecuted Sam Bankman-Fried, Senator Robert Menendez. The other thing that we do know is a grand jury has indicted Sean Combs, meaning they found probable cause that he committed at least one federal crime. Now, as to what happens next, there will be, likely tomorrow or within the next couple of days, but usually in the SDNY, you try to do it the next day, there will be an arraignment, meaning Sean Combs will appear in court with his lawyers. There are no cameras in federal court. He will be advised of the charges against him, and he will almost certainly enter a not guilty plea. But the key thing to watch for is then we'll have the question of bail. Will prosecutors agree to let him out on bail? Will prosecutors ask the judge to lock him up pending trial? That could end up in a contentious argument. So these are things that are going to play out over the next 24 or 48 hours. And finally, Abby, with respect to the charges themselves, it's important to note, we've all seen that video, but assault and sexual assault are not federal crimes. Those are prosecuted in state court. So what I expect to see when we see this indictment is some sort of crime with some element of organization to it, sex trafficking, something along those lines, if it's based on some of the allegations we've heard.
And of course, back in March, his homes in LA and in Miami were raided. All of this leading up to this moment. Elizabeth and Ellie, a lot more to this story.
Taking a black man down, man. CNN, it's fucked up. Y'all get to play both sides, CNN. Y'all get to whine about racism and shit, and the black man getting a raw deal. But yeah, y'all are taking a black man down. Diddy black? Why he don't get that black protection that everybody else get, man? We gonna hop back on Diddy, man. Let's see if it's anything. I don't want to miss nothing. Let's.
New York Times is reporting that Sean P. Diddy Combs has been arrested. Let me repeat. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Sean Combs has been arrested. Let me tell you what I do know, and it ain't much at this point. Arrested in Manhattan this evening. Grand jury indicted him according to a person familiar with the indictment, not authorized to speak publicly. The charges in the indictment not immediately clear, but you know that there's been this massive federal investigation, right? They've raided his home in Los Angeles. They raided his home in Miami, much of it after a civil suit from his former girlfriend, Cassie, who, by the way, he settled within a day. And then after that, video came out showing him beating her to a living pulp in a hotel. But a lot of the allegations in the lawsuit that, you know, Cassie had actually filed against him provided, I think, some meat on the bones for the feds. But the New York Times saying that this happened, they don't have a lot more information than this. We are also trying to confirm this, but I can tell you that his attorney has made a statement, and let me read it to you because I think it confirms what the New York Times is reporting, and it's this. And it's Mark Agnifilo, his attorney. Quote, "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. Sean Diddy Combs is a music icon, self-made entrepreneur, loving family man, and proven philanthropist who has spent the last 30 years building an empire, adoring his children, and working to uplift the Black community. He is an imperfect person.
He's been working to uplift the black community through gangster rap, man. Nothing uplift the black community like some good gangster rap, man. Very uplifting, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Love lift us up where we belong. Wow. Gangster rap. The uplifting. Shout out to Cornelius Bruner's day one, man. He said, let's get into some Diddy. Poor choice of words. Yeah, man. Listen, man. All right, that was a poor choice. All right, how about this? Let's crack open this Diddy case, y'all. Come on, guys. Let's crack open this Diddy case, man.
But he is not a criminal. To his credit, Mr. Combs has been nothing but cooperative with this investigation, and he voluntarily relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. Please reserve your judgment until you have all the facts. These are the acts of an innocent man with nothing to hide, and he looks forward to clearing his name in court. So again, that is Mark Agnifilo. That's the attorney.
That's a great point. Son, people are the reason Diddy's getting arrested. We the ones that been snitching on him. And then as soon as they try to prosecute him, we gonna cry racist. Watch, man. We gonna cry racism soon. We gonna say, man, they don't never do this to no white men in Hollywood. And everybody and nobody gonna be able to say, hey man, what the hell is you talking about, man? What the hell are you talking about? Yeah, man, they don't do this to rich, famous white men, man. Yeah, you about to hear that soon, man. Suge and Diddy in prison. That's crazy, yo. That right there. That right there is like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, homie. Don't even give me the lying, my G. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you, homeboy. I ain't had that on my bingo card when I was in the 90s, man. If you would have told me Suge and Diddy both of them gonna die in prison or some shit like that, man, I'd have been like, yo, that's crazy. The death row bad boy shit is in the next stage. This is the next stage of the Biggie and Pac dead, and now this is the next chapter in the death row bad boy saga.
They can no longer uplift the black community.
Yeah, man, we losing out on all that upliftment, man. What we gonna do, man?
He was robbing the black community.
Hey, man, black people, we gotta get together, man. We need with these two guys gone, man. We in deep trouble, man. We gotta get together and devise a plan, man, on how we gonna, kind of like absorb this shock of losing these two great men, man. Salute to Alio, man. Alio in the building. Let's see.
There were a lot of some men who were absorbing the shock of Diddy. Pause.
Yeah, that's true, man. Allegedly. Yeah, man. Diddy, man. That's crazy, man. This is crazy. If this happens, you got R. Kelly in prison. You got Diddy. You got fucking Suge. Who else is in prison, man? that's big. Pause. Not
Probably
like
a lot
big.
of Sun entertaining, Sun musicians that should be in prison that aren't.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of them that should be. Kodak Black, one of them. He got pardoned by Trump.
I mean,
But,
easily.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But this is crazy, man. Young Thug, man. Yeah, Young Thug, NBA Young Boy, man. Yeah, big dogs, man.
Little
Yeah, they
Baby.
call black people call this music. Yeah, little. You said who? Which baby?
Little Baby.
Little Baby ain't in jail, is he?
He should be.
Oh, should be okay. Yeah,
The Baby should too.
Birdman.
Nah, Da Baby.
Oh, Da Baby.
Yeah, he should be in there too.
It's a whole bunch of babies, man. Black men love calling themselves baby, man.
Oh, I was getting it mixed up. I meant Da Baby. Mike, excuse me.
Oh, Da Baby. Da Baby, yeah. Yeah, man, get your babies right,
I don't know
man.
how I can make that mistake.
Because you white, man. That's why, man. You don't know the culture, man. You gotta you ain't that's why we shouldn't have y'all in these conversations, man, because y'all don't understand the intricacies of the culture.
Hey man,
I'm
cool
here,
with
culture
that, actually.
vulture, man. Culture vulture.
Yeah,
you like DJ Vlad, man. Look at you.
Hey, man.
Hey, can we do a trade, man? Can they can have Suge and Diddy? We just need R. Kelly back, man.
Oh,
I propose a trade, man. R. Kelly did enough time, man. There's motherfuckers that did murder that did less time than R. Kelly, man. Get them out, man.
It's just your Chicago bias, man.
Yeah, it's my Chicago bias, but man, can you imagine all the fucking music we missing out on, man? Free R. Kelly.
Ain't nobody stopping him from ghostwriting for people. Ain't nobody stopping him. He can still ghostwrite.
No, man. He can't even read and write, man. He can't do that shit in there. He needs somebody he got to say it, then they got to write it, man. Free R. Kelly, man.
He'd be all right. He'd be all right, man. R. Kelly, I wouldn't say I want R. Kelly back, man.
I want R. Kelly back, man.
I want Roman Polanski, man. Let Roman Polanski come back to America, man.
Who the fuck is that?
You know Roman Polanski? He hiding out in he movie executive, right? That he hiding out with Russell Simmons over there overseas.
Oh,
He's scared to come back.
I did see Russell hiding out. Russell ain't coming back, bro.
Nah, hey, the second Russell touched down in America, he getting arrested. So
ain't he in Nepal or some shit?
Bali, some shit like that.
Bali. Somebody said that they saw him in New York this weekend.
Yeah, right. The Diddy been all around New York this weekend. Yeah, Diddy was.
I'm talking about Russell.
Nah, Russell.
I'm just saying they
set foot. Yeah, the second he set foot on American soil,
I'm just saying they said.
Fuck, who said? Like somebody said, come on, man.
Website on a pretty regular basis. They even use some of the same clues in their blind items. And I said before, and I'm saying again, no, that's because the blind item has been recording crimes that have been reported to them instead of the police for the past fucking 20 years. And they just corroborate the actual little crimes that, 3 homes got raided for today because of. Okay, this next one's also from March 1st. They call Diddy Mr. Freakoff. Mr. Freakoff isn't the only one who asked for straight men to be delivered to his hotel room when he is in London. Just ask the Unlocked blogger, and that's Jason Lee, and the weather boxer, Floyd Mayweather. This British rapper, and that's Giggs, and the socialite with the star in his name target dealers who want the extra cash, who are sure to be discreet because they have girlfriends. This is why the powerful rapper, and that's 50, is always mocking them and why they're too afraid to say anything back. He's seen the videos. Okay. This is TD Jakes and Mr. Freakoff. Those closest to the televangelist warned him about being associated with Mr. Freakoff, but he did not listen. Some of the men who claim to have stories about his private life have given him the name General High Booty. So Mr. Freakoff is Diddy, and General High Booty is TD Jakes. I'm sure you can do the math on how that got there, that nickname. Sorry, guys, I'm flustered right now. Fucking, this is huge. Young Miami, the girlfriend of the wannabe rapper who was also named in a very recent lawsuit, has started selling off all of her possessions online. This is from March 4th. It sounds like the wannabe rapper cut her off financially. So Diddy cuts his girlfriend Young Miami off on March 4th. You are like almost exactly 20 days later. That's him. Like I said, he was offloading all of his assets into offshore bank accounts, and with his mommy and with his kids, he didn't have any more cash in his bank accounts for Young Miami to get. They were all in the Caymans with the rest of the white collar criminals. Okay, and this is a 2013 blind item that was brought back again on March 4th about Beyonce, Jay-Z, Diddy, Kelly Rowland. In 2013, the Queen Bee and her husband attended a New Year's Eve party in Miami, which was being thrown by Mr. Freakoff. No one who was there has ever forgotten that night because she spent the entire night in the pool dancing into space. Her best friend, who recently starred in the Netflix movie, called for help, but she was ignored. It's like she was in a trance. By the way, so this is Beyonce and Jay-Z party into 2014 at Diddy's New Year's Eve bash. So you can Google that, Diddy's 2013, New Year's Eve bash, obviously bringing in 2014. And you can see in the articles how they had had linked Beyonce's Instagram account, and all of her posts from this 2013 party were removed when I initially reported on this blind item from my main account at the beginning of March. I just find that interesting. Do you guys see how all of these chips were kind of falling? This is why I'm also so pissed my main's not here anymore, because I had captured this all in real time. And I remember being like, oh, that's weird. All of Beyonce's posts from Diddy's party are fucking gone, and any evidence of her being there are fucking gone. This one aged so well, you guys. So this is about Little Rod, the male victim that filed a lawsuit against Diddy. Publicly, there are more, but they just haven't publicly done anything. And then TD Jakes, General High Beauty. The lawsuit filed by the producer claims Mr. Booty Grabber planned to use the televangelist, so now Diddy is Mr. Booty Grabber in this, use the televangelist to clean up his image after the first lawsuit with the singer. Why was he so sure the televangelist would risk his own reputation to save his? Look no further than the secret recordings and what he knows about his daughter's adoption. Except, listen, TD Jake, save yourself, because you got nothing to clean up. It's been raided. Everything. And finally, Simon Cowell, Sean Diddy Combs, Ryan Seacrest, The Wanted, Glad You Came. And this is on, by the way, Simon Cowell is rumored to be a notorious harem holder. Kind of like Diddy. The music competition judge/record exec, and that Simon Cowell is worried that he is next to face the Mr. Freakoff treatment. Okay, so let's rate Simon Cowell's harem next. Not only because of the things he may have done, but because of what he didn't do to protect contestants from the closeted radio exec, and that's Ryan Seacrest, who preyed on them. This same radio exec was behind the formation of the boy band The Wanted, who was Glad You Came, and that's a really gross pun right there in the blind item. Those are all the March 2024 blind items on Diddy. Probably more to come, I would say, but it all ended with March 25th, 3 of Diddy's homes get raided and 2 of his sons got arrested. Hey, J-Lo, you got anything to say yet?
Man, J-Lo got up out of there, man. J-Lo got up out there like 2000, man. She been gone. She been fucking with this guy, man. This guy was on point yesterday, man. Shout out to this guy, man. Mustache Man. Mustache Man was on point, man. Any thoughts,
Yeah, he always
guys?
has good content.
Any thoughts on Diddy?
Yeah, before we play Mustache Man, man.
Nah, Diddy cooked, bro. Diddy.
Yeah, he did all that shit.
Yeah, this shit been building for 30 years, bro. He didn't got away with so much shit. Fuck all the sexual deviant shit. He got away with the whole Tupac Biggie shit and all that, paying the Bloods and the Crips and all that other shit.
Nah, the Southside Crips. Yeah, he a Southside Crip.
Yeah, he got away with a lot of shit, bro. This shit was a matter of time. Free R. Kelly, though.
Yeah, free R. Kelly. Yeah, salute to Pamela Henderson, man. Pamela Henderson in the building, man. Everyone hit that like button too, man. Listen, man, Mustache Man be going in, man. Let me hold on, we got 2 more guys. Any thoughts on this, man? Anybody thoughts on this before we play Mustache Man?
Nah, but R. Kelly is the greatest of all time, so yeah, I agree.
There you go. There you go.
It's R&B. I'll give you R&B. R&B is more like something that was created in the 80s, in the 90s, because that stuff before then is like soul, like Al Green and
Yeah, yeah.
Him and Michael Jackson are the best pop musicians.
Well, Michael Jackson is more pop, but as far as R&B,
Yeah, he the
for me,
best.
R&B is Mary J. and R. Kelly are the goats of that, man. As far as groups, when you come to the groups, then I must say Jodeci and probably God damn, you
Drew
got so
Hill.
many
Drew
groups.
Hill. Drew Hill.
SWV, you got TLC, you got Escape, you got too many female groups, man. But it's too many groups, man. But you know what? Actually, the group that probably is the goats of R&B for groups is probably New Edition, Belle Biv DeVoe, because they kind of like are the fathers of that shit. But I just like Jodeci. Jodeci just, man, they just do it for me, man. Their songs, their music. I listened to Boys the Men too the other day, man. Like their early stuff. See, you're a little young, Crook County. You don't know that stuff, man.
No, I listen.
Boyz II Men was good. Boyz II
I
Men was
listen to
good.
that. I listen to all that shit, but
I'm talking about the early stuff. The early stuff.
SWV.
Yeah.
They're good too.
I would say 90. The golden era of R&B would be
the 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, the 90s.
87, because I would say from 87 to about 2000, because you got Guy, New Edition, and then Levert, and then you start getting all the new groups that came along in the 90s. But yeah, somewhere along the line in the 2000s, R&B kind of like
took over.
Man, I don't know when it
No, listen. So like my this how I like, obviously I'm younger than you and shit like that. You know how old I am. But in the late 90s, well, the 2000s, mid 2000s, man, we had R&B and rap. You get what I'm saying? Like the greatest motherfucking artist for R&B was R. Kelly, and Kanye was just taking over. So like all that shit was just music was dope as fuck.
Generation, no, but what did y'all generate besides Chris Brown and Trey Songz? What did y'all generation?
They had Alicia Keys. She's the last
Alicia.
breed.
Yeah, Alicia.
She's the last breed.
Usher.
Alicia and Usher.
Usher's my generation. Usher's my age, man.
No, but he ain't get big till fucking 2002. He ain't get big till 02.
Yo, Usher was big the second he released his first single.
No, but I'm talking about Confessions was 02, and that's when that was his best shit.
Okay, I'll give you that, but I'll give you that. But like there's really no like R&B star that like now listen, I
Alicia Keys is the last one. That's what I'm trying to tell you. She's the last Mohican.
I agree.
I'm talking about as far as huge, because all these people I hear about now, I don't even like. I heard
now they be here today, gone tomorrow. Like it'd be like we be having some motherfuckers that we be thinking like we thought August Alsina was gonna be something.
Oh really?
You know what I'm saying? No, yeah.
I've never heard one of his songs. I've never.
Oh shit! No, people thought August Alsina was gonna be the one, bro. Bryson Tiller, like it's the motherfuckers that came out hot, heavy.
One Bryson Tiller song.
Nah, but he was hot too, bro. And he disappeared.
Y'all don't have that. Like we had the crooners, man. We had Joe. Remember Joe?
Joe was good.
Yeah, man. We had the crooners back in my day, man.
Hold on, I'll be sure.
I'll be sure was.
He was in the 80s. He was in the 80s though, like early 80s, late 80s, late 80s.
Chris Brown count for about 10 of y'all motherfucking people, bro.
Nah,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
I
ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Chris ain't that good. Chris is not that good. Chris not that good.
Chris Brown would have been anybody. He would have just been listen, you got Keith Sweat, you got fucking Johnny.
Nah. Let me stop talking. Hold on. I quit. You win, bro. Yeah, that was the man. That was the music.
What about the guy? The Heavy D had those 5 little kids. Forgot their name.
I'm talking about my
love. Yep.
Do you ever dream of Candy coated rain.
Yeah,
That-
nah, that shit was insane, bro.
what was
The
that shit?
90s was
I forgot
insane.
their name.
Uh,
I think it was High
God
Five. Wasn't it
damn.
High Five?
No, High Five is another group. They was slept on. High Five didn't get the
Oh yeah. Right.
but High Five got like 20 hits.
Bro, nah, that shit was
Mr.
y'all. That
Kane, they
music
got
was
yeah.
that was pop though, right? That was pop.
No, High
No, that
Five
was
would be
R&B.
R&B. Yeah,
But
High
I'm just
Five would
talking
be
about
R&B.
like majority of like the 90s shit would that would be like
Yeah,
love
90s was the
music.
golden age
That was like
of all
Changing
love
music.
Faces.
music.
Of all music.
Brandy, Monica,
Changing Faces.
the chicks, the women, our women, you definitely
Yeah,
can't
Soul
fuck
for
with
Real. That
them
was their
on the
name. Soul
women's
for
side.
Real.
So for
And
real,
then
yeah,
you
you
got
can't fuck
Yep.
with us on the women's side.
you got Aaliyah
Like
too, but Aaliyah wasn't
you
even
know,
like big yet.
Aaliyah was always big. Aaliyah from 1-2 Step, not a 1-2 Step. That's cast. That's no Back and Forth. Yeah, Back and Forth, back forth and
Yeah, she had a
forth,
ton of
back
hits.
and forth. Now check it out. That was Aaliyah was big from the second she first released that song. She was always big.
Beyonce stole her shine.
Yeah, no, I don't think Beyonce stole. I think Beyonce took A. Marie kind of flow. Remember
Yeah,
A.
yeah, she did. She did. Yeah.
She took
Yeah,
her
Marie
flow,
was huge, bro.
but here's my thing. She wasn't huge. She was kind of big, but she just had a flow. She had that Dark Child production, that fast
Yeah,
hype up tempo shit. But
yeah.
you got to remember, Beyonce was big in the '90s too, because remember, Destiny Child was late '90s,
Yeah.
and Destiny Child, Beyonce was the lead singer. So Beyonce was been popping.
Destiny's Child blew up 2000s though.
Now Destiny Child blew up in the '90s, man. They was the
Let
shit
me
in
look it
the
up. Let
late
me look it up. Let me
'90s.
look it up.
But Destiny Child
I was in
98,
I was in high school.
99.
They came out in '98. I was still in high school when they came
Yeah,
out.
and you gotta remember, Destiny Child was big, man. They was Beyonce going solo was a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Destiny Child was huge, man. They had drama with the girls, the girls leaving the group and shit like that. Beyond Destiny Child was huge group, man.
So Say
But
My Name. Say My Name was their first big hit. That was
what year
99.
is that?
99.
Okay, 99. All right.
That was their first big hit. So
All
they
right.
blew up early 90s, you know what I'm saying? And they were hot as fuck until Soldier, which was like what, 07 or some shit? Was
Nah,
that
Soldier
04?
was way
04?
earlier than
Was
yeah.
it 04?
But here's the thing. That if you go back to early 90s of R&B, In Vogue, if you ever get a chance to listen to this group called In Vogue,
Yes.
they got the 4 best like as far as a
Yes.
group, their lineup, their 4 singers, nobody could fuck with In Vogue when it comes. They had 4 lead singers. 4
They were
lead.
good. They didn't blow up the way they should have.
Yeah, I mean but they had legendary songs. Like their songs was almost too good for black people. Cause like you know what I'm saying? Like black people, we kind of like that blues. We like that rhythm and blues. They kind of had more of a I don't know, they had like the production was a little different than the typical rhythm and blues. But
Yeah, they were
like
like a cross between pop.
It's crazy. It's crazy
yeah,
because like now I can't listen to like nigga music like that. I'm into like
yeah,
fucking country now. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
I like the feeling, like you got the emotion to it. Like I just
yeah.
can't listen to that shit no more. And
You
we
gotta
were
listen to
like
some soul music, man.
man, we
And
were making
70s,
that
80s.
shit, bro. We was making that shit, bro. And
Yeah.
now our music ain't got no substance, bro,
No
at
soul,
all.
yeah. It's
None.
devoid of
None.
soul. I was watching the game, the Indiana Fever game on the WNBA app the other day, and instead of going to commercials, right, they just show you what's going on at the stadium. Like they'll like the band, the MC will go around the crowd, you know what I'm saying, like talking to fans or whatever, or somebody will be doing something entertaining the fans on the court where we're watching commercials, who's watching on TV, but the people at the game, so you get to see what they're seeing, right? And I'm listening to the tracks that are being played, and it's 100% hip hop in what you call trap
Yep.
soul or whatever you will call it, and the lyrics that are being played at this Indiana Fever game are like it's like, do they know what these niggas are saying on these songs?
They know exactly
Every
what they
song
saying.
is I'ma kill you, sucking
Right.
something.
And this is like them
Fucking
not even
something.
understanding. They don't understand their audience at all. Like their audience is majority fucking in Indianapolis is majority suburban Indiana people gliders who listen to nothing but goddamn what's old boy
Top 40.
Oliver and fucking Katy Perry and fucking just
Yeah.
country music, bro. And these motherfuckers playing Lil Durk.
Yeah, and they playing all like, and they bleeping out certain lyrics. They're not really bleeping it out, but they like playing the clean version of the song, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, but it's enough. Even the clean versions of these songs, it's still like shoot 'em up, bang bang, and all this stuff. And it's like, yo, how did rap become the only thing you can play at a sporting event?
Yeah. And when them gliders was trying to make rap disappear, when they came to gangster rap, they were right again. They were right again when they was trying to fucking boycott that shit on radios and all that other shit. And boom.
Dolores Tucker, and but you know, Sons, we was making so much money off of that shit. We fought that shit. We fought to have gangster rap.
Yeah, and they saw the money they could make off of it.
Yeah, they fought for that shit and they won. But yeah, we listen, man. When it comes to my day, man, I still think that, you know, the 80s got the best music, in the 70s, and then I'll go with the 90s. But listen, if you ever get a chance to listen to some music from the 60s in the 50s, I mean, that stuff is so
Silver Platter.
good. Yeah, it's so good, man. What's the girl, Diane? It's some
Live
lady,
instrumentation.
Diane. Yeah, but the song, like, you can see how the songs change. The songs were better. The songs were better back then. Like, they were realer, man. But yeah,
Right, you could feel it.
Yeah, salute to OC said free R. Kelly. Shout out to Cap One, man. He said free Steady B and Cool C. Ooh, ooh.
Oh wow, Philly.
The fabulous life. Ooh, ooh. I know you remember that joint, right?
Hell yeah.
Cool C, man. Cool C was my man. He was my favorite rapper in '89. I love Cool C, man. I wanted to be.
Hey, but I know that song though.
Nah, Cool C, The Glamorous Life. Listen, Cool C was he was that dude. I bought that album, Cool C. I forgot the name of it, but and Steady B was his buddy, and they wanted to floss, so they was robbing banks and shit.
Hilltop Hustlers.
Yeah, Hilltop Hustlers. Yep. And they robbed the bank and killed the off on duty cop. I think she was doing security. They robbed the bank, killed her, and they've been locked up ever since. I'm talking about what, 89, 90? They've been locked up ever since. Them niggas, I'm talking about, they was Philly. They was the rappers out of Philly at the time. They was on the map. They was doing their thing. But they wanted to keep their image up, that they was making all this money, so they was robbing banks on the side. Terrible, man. Shout out to Cap One, man. Salute to Osa the Healer, man. He said Destiny's Child first charted in November 1997 with No No No. Yeah, no 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 no. You said yeah. I told you, man. They 90s, man. Destiny Child is 90s, man. They was huge under Destiny Child umbrella, man, before Beyonce went solo. They were a huge group, man. He said was released on February 17th, 1990. But I'll tell you this, when it comes to 1990s, the biggest group out of the whole decade, even though they're not my favorite group, even though they're one of my favorite group, but they're not my absolute favorite group, TLC was the biggest group of the 90s.
Yeah.
As far as like women.
Hey, I guess what the first album I ever bought in stores.
What's that?
The Eminem Show.
Wow, that's
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
that was the
crazy.
first. That was the first album that I went to.
That's the second one, right? Or was that the
yes,
first
the second one? Second one, and I
Yeah.
went to
No, that's the third album. That's the third album because the Marshall
third
Mathers.
album. Yeah, Marshall Mathers. Yeah, so I went to I made my dad take me to the CD store. We used to have CD stores when they replaced record stores.
Oh yeah, I remember CD. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So he
Wiz,
took
you don't
me in
remember the
there.
Wiz, Sam Goody. You don't remember Sam Goody and the Wiz,
No. We had the Goody. Yeah, Sam Goody. I remember those stores. Yeah, I remember those stores. So he took me there, and I got that shit. He made me get the clean version, which was fucking terrible.
Tower Records,
It's
man.
funny
You
that
don't
they
remember
even
that?
made one.
Listen, man. In our day, man, things was so much simpler now. That's why I like watching them videos in the 90s, man, because things was so simpler, man. Like, look, this person album come out. You go to the store and you gotta buy that shit. Ain't no just sitting at home and
Man,
downloading
ain't
that
it?
shit. You
Wasn't it
gotta
so
go
great
out
though,
and
bro?
buy that shit.
Hey, but think about what they taken away from us, man. Like, okay, I grew up in the VHS era, right? So when a movie would come out, it'd go to the movies first. We weren't going to the movies because my dad we had 3 kids and his wife and me and him and shit like that. That's 5 fucking tickets. That's big money, you know? So we'd wait for something to come out on VHS. Then
And
we'd
it would
go to
take a long time.
Hollywood. We'd go to it take almost a fucking half a year for it to come out. But when it came out,
3 to 6 months.
we'd go to fucking Hollywood Video because we couldn't go to Blockbuster no more because he owed money because he stole the movie. So we'd go to Hollywood Videos, man. Yo, for real talk, go to Hollywood Videos, rent that shit, and we'll watch that bitch in the living room, all of us together. It was a great fucking time, man. I just wish we can go back to that type of shit, man.
Yeah. It had a social aspect that just doesn't exist anymore. Where you would go to the movie store with your friends or your family, and you would get some food out there, and you would have to ask somebody what came out. It was some good times.
Shit, I remember.
It's a sad thing, bro.
Hooking up an extra VCR, renting tapes, hooking up a VCR, extra VCR, and dubbing the tapes.
Yeah,
you put like three movies on one joint.
Yo, I worked at Blockbuster in 1997, man. I worked there for a whole year, man. Blockbuster was that was like I remember we would get new movies in and we'd have to put them on the sales floor, and then we would have to take old movies out, and it was probably maybe 150 movies we had in our store as far as total that you could buy. Then we had the new releases, but that 150 movies, people would come in the store and they'd be browsing. They couldn't figure out what to watch. Now you got Netflix and Prime and shit. You got a billion movies. You got every movie to choose from that ever came out.
Man. I wish we can fucking obviously technology is cool, is dope, and advancement.
Yeah.
But man, they taking away so many memories, man. Cause I remember doing that shit with my fucking dad, my mom, and shit, and thinking
going to Blockbuster.
Man, dog, this shit is dope. Like going to Block, and then you remember when you got to what every kid did when they got to the aisle of the checkout. Blockbuster in Hollywood, they'll put the candy and the popcorn and shit right there.
Man.
So you know what I'm saying? You
right there. You know we put that shit right there for a reason.
Yeah.
Eye level, right at eye level for kids, so kids can see that shit. And listen, you gotta rewind all those videos. Like if you don't, you get a fee if you don't rewind the shit. If you bring the shit back without rewinding, we give you a
Oh
fee.
yeah, it was a rewind fee. Yeah, and
Yeah.
and the crazy shit was it was a rewind fee, and they ain't get your ass till you came back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta rewind that motherfucker.
That motherfucker, look, you can go 3 months without fucking coming back. You ain't rewind motherfucking money talk. You get back trying to get Rush Hour 2, and they like, man, you got a fee on your shit
It's
from not
labor
rewinding
though, but
money
that's
talk.
labor. That was labor though, because somebody had to rewind that video. You would have, there would be a stack of ones that wasn't rewinded. You had to sit there and put it in the machine and rewind it. That shit wasn't no magic like today. You had to rewind that motherfucker. Even though it was a machine, you had to put that motherfucker in the machine one at a time and rewind all the
Took like
videos.
15 minutes.
Yeah, so it's like, yo, you just you gotta pay for that. That's labor, man.
Right?
Yeah.
Dude,
So
that
yeah,
shit's
man, I
so
remember
fucking
this shit
funny,
like
dog. That's so funny, man.
yeah.
But
Good
good
times, though.
times,
Good
man. It was a
times.
better
Yes.
place, man. It was a better
For
place,
real.
bro.
And think about this. You go in there and you fucking did the experience. You're live, you're living, you're in the place. You're look at her. She's looking at the movie instead of just being on a computer and just scrolling through. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're there, you're living, you know what I'm saying? She's alive, even
Hey, and
though
if you ain't watch cable news, you are going that motherfucker and not know what the fuck you looking at. You have to read the back of that bitch. And you remember the only one that used to get a description was the one in the front. All the other ones was like the blank blockbuster, you know what I'm saying, bullshit. But the one in the front used to give you the whole, you know what I'm saying, the narrative of what the movie is basically about, what it's rated and all that other shit.
Yeah, this was the days, man. Listen, man, I loved working at Blockbuster because, you know what I'm saying, just getting movies and shit and just working there, man. It was good times, man. Very good times working at Blockbuster, man. I remember that movie. That was my favorite movie in 1990, Home Alone. Remember the days when you used to watch a movie over and over again?
Right?
Yeah, I grew up like that, man.
Yo, we watched Come Fly With Me, Michael Jordan's movie. We watched at Bertie Backus in the 1990. We watched Come Fly With Me maybe 1,000 times during those 3 years I was in junior
Did
high
you
school.
have other movies, or did you just like that one?
We had like you didn't have like a whole cashier movie. We had like a few movies, and you would watch the same movies, and it would be you would just watch it. You know what I'm saying? It was your brain was different. Your
Over and
brain
over,
wasn't
right?
wired to constantly need new shit. You could enjoy watching the same shit over and over again. Like Ferris Bueller was another movie we watched 1,000 times. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Come Fly With Me, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We watched that shit over and over and over and
Man,
over
listen,
again.
I still do it to this day.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you know what's good? Blockbusters used to have a lot of like those scary independent movies too, like Faces of Death, stuff like that.
Yes.
Like Faces of Death is basically scrolling through Twitter for like 5 minutes now. But back in those days, that shit was like big. Them little scenes, seeing that woman get hit with that train and shit, and all them different
Yeah,
ones,
yep.
like Faces of Death. Like that video circulated on the underground. I saw Faces of Death on a bootleg copy. I didn't see no shit that came out in the school. That tape was like somebody at the Quaker school had that, and we was just like it would just circle, pass it around, and we see that shit. Oh shit, somebody dying. See, and it was a big deal. And that was like the first time you actually seen somebody get hit by a train or something, or somebody get, you know what I'm saying? But now you go on Twitter and you can see 1,000 people get hit by a train. And you know what I'm saying? Or just go on one of these other sites, these underground sites, and you can see people cut up and chopped up. everything's accessible now. Like that stuff was a big
Yo,
deal.
talk
That was a big deal.
about bootlegs though. Do you remember going to the movie theater and watching motherfuckers in hoodies and glasses and all black in the back with a motherfucking video camera actually bootlegging shit? That shit used to be crazy. I watched the motherfucker get caught in that bitch and damn they get shot by the police. Like the motherfucker was not trying to go, bro. Bro, it was like it got crazy. Like police beat the fuck out of him over bootlegging the video. This shit was fucking crazy.
Yo, back in them days, man, you would buy that shit. You was buy the videos.
Yeah,
and
you
then
about
watching that shit. Yeah,
that nigga be
man.
moving and shit. You hear people talking and shit. You be like, man, fuck. Hey,
but it was
my
good.
wife,
It was good enough. It was good enough, though.
It was good enough. You got it. You talking about rewatching shit. My wife used to say, like, before her dad passed, they used to watch A Time to Kill like twice a fucking week.
Yeah. You didn't watching a movie over and over again wasn't that big of a deal, man. It was kind of like
Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah, I mean, I love Steven Seagal, man.
Mark
Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he said a time to kill. Yeah, that shit used to be funny as hell.
Jackson. With Samuel L.
Nah,
Jackson.
Steven Seagal ain't The Time to Kill. Steven Seagal
Yeah. Don't want. Okay, I remember that
in the
one. Yeah.
Courthouse and shit.
Mark
He
for
slept
Death.
in the courthouse.
Anybody?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I'm looking for Richie. Anybody seen Richie? That's one of the best scenes ever. If you ain't seen that scene, anybody seen Richie? Look that up, man. I'm looking for Richie. That scene, Steven Seagal. He went into a mob hangout. It was almost as bad as he did the Jamaicans in the pool hall, man. He did them Jamaicans dirty.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he had niggas walking around with limbs hanging off. He fucked them Jamaicans up, man. Steven Seagal was that was what I'm saying. I'm talking about like Steven Seagal, he couldn't be a star now, man, because it's like
he was a bad motherfucker though when he was younger.
Bad motherfucker. Yo, he was a bad motherfucker. But it's like now, in order to be a star, things have changed. Like, you gotta be like, and it's for the better, don't get me wrong, in a certain extent. Like, he would have to like be doing videos online of him doing kung fu and shit, and then get discovered like that. You know what I'm saying? Whereas back in the day, it's like you went to Hollywood. If you had a skill or a talent, you went to Hollywood and you auditioned and you went on shows, Star Search and shit like that, and you went on auditions, 1,000 auditions, and you had an agent and all this stuff. Now you can be discovered from your home, so that's better. You know what I'm saying? Some things are better and some things are worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Like in my day, you had to get up on. If you wanted to be a rapper, it wasn't just getting a phone and making a video. You had to get up on a stage in front of.
I was watching some old heads. I was listening to some. This was probably like 6 years ago. This was maybe 8. Old heads was talking about like how they can. I'll put a show together for that young brother. And motherfuckers like, man, we don't need no show. Shit, we just need some streams. He like, what? Can he put a show together? Can he put down the show? And motherfuckers like, man, he don't need to put no motherfucking show together.
Nah, these motherfuckers aren't entertainers. Like, they stand on stage with 20 people and just walk back and forth. And the crowd do half the songs, and they do like this, and they say a few words, and they do like this. Listen, man. In my day, back in the day, talent show. You gotta get up there on stage in front of a bunch of motherfuckers, and you got to fucking perform. You gotta go to the next talent show and perform and hope you get discovered while you out there performing on the circuit and shit.
Right.
You had to go do that shit in front of people. And your little steps, like the little groups, they had their little steps down. Motherfuckers could really sing because you had to be able to really sing. There wasn't no auto-tune. Auto Tune came out, but it wasn't used widely. Only ones that used it was what's that group?
Yeah, it was
Zap, Roger,
Zap and Roger.
Zap. They the only ones that use. And what's another with the white boy that used it? What's the white dude that used it? Oh, God, I can't think of his name. Peter something. I forgot his name, but it was a white dude that used Auto Tune a lot. But it was only two artists really that used Roger and Zap, and that white guy, I can't remember his name. Salute to Kimberly Ashcraft, man. Shout out to you. But let me play this guy, man. The people who came here for Diddy. Let me play this guy, Mustache Man, before we move on to other shit, man. Shout out to Mustache Man.
Well, tonight they arrested P. Diddy. News just broke that they took him into custody in New York City. So I figured now is as good a time as any to shit all over Sean again and remind everyone just how horrible this man is. So if you haven't read the court documents and done any of the other research on this guy, this producer he worked with named Lil Rod brought this lawsuit against him. Rodney Jones v. Sean Combs, alleging RICO allegation, which is like organized crime. And he alleged that a member of this RICO organization was none other than the CEO of Universal Music Group, Lucian Grange. Universal Music Group produced 1/3 of the top 100 songs last year, including Taylor Swift. Quote, while living and traveling with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones discovered that Combs had hidden cameras in every room of his homes. Mr. Jones believed that Mr. Combs had recordings of defendants Charles Grange, Ethiopia Haber, as well as other celebrities, music label executives, politicians, and athletes. Upon information and belief, these individuals were recorded without their knowledge and consent, and as in the case with the homosexual sex tape of Stevie J that Mr. Combs provided to Mr. Jones, Mr. Combs possesses compromising footage of every person that has attended his freak-off parties and his house parties. Upon information and belief, due to this treasure trove of evidence he has in his possession, Mr. Combs believes that he is above the law and is untouchable. Well, the diddler just got touched. But don't worry, I'm not going to drop that spice and then not give you more details. So Diddy was big on recording all kinds of things, and he frequently took this guy's phone from him and recorded things at parties. So this dude wound up with hundreds of hours of footage and audio recordings of Mr. Combs, his staff, and his guests engaging in serious illegal activity on his own cell phone, including the acquisition, use, distribution of ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and mushrooms, the displaying and distribution of unregistered illegal firearms, Combs providing laced alcoholic beverages to minors and sex workers at his homes in California, New York, the Virgin Islands, and Florida. Yes, those Virgin Islands. Diddy's brother, Christian, drugging and sexually assaulting a woman. Mr. Combs detailing how he planned to leverage his relationship with Bishop T.D. Jakes to soften the impact of his public image of Cassie Ventura's lawsuit, which is horrendous, and I'm not going to read from it. It's absolutely disgusting. This guy's a piece of shit. Actor Cuba Gooding Jr., yes, that actor, Cuba Gooding Jr., sexually harassing and assaulting Mr. Jones. Yes, here are photos of Cuba doing the things. Here's more photos of Cuba Gooding Jr. trying to fuck this guy. Quote, forcibly touching Mr. Jones, fondling Mr. Jones' leg, his upper inner thighs and his groin, the small of his back, near his buttocks and his shoulders. Jones rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away.
Pause.
Nah, dude, why the fuck is dude going to these parties then if you don't want to be fondled and all the other shit? Like, he was into this shit. Fuck out of
Well,
here.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I will say this. If you're gay, right, you still, I guess, had the same right as a woman, right? Like, you can go to a party and just chill without, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, right? Like, you don't get.
I don't know, bro. Them niggas is hyper. They hypersexual, bro. Them niggas hypersexual.
But you get what I'm saying, though? You do.
I get what
you
you're
do what I'm
saying.
saying.
You're
Like,
supposed to be with the same respect and the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Decorum.
Yeah,
for,
exactly.
like, the dating world. But I don't think they on the same, like, I don't think them niggas be on the same page, bro. Them niggas be horny, bro. Like, why you think AIDS run rampant like that? Because they just be fucking, bro.
No doubt. Their body counts be crazy. Like, yo, I did a video maybe like 5-6 years ago because there was one guy who had this video online, and he had the stats, right, of their body counts, because they do that grind and they'll meet up anywhere. Like they'll be like on their little apps, they'll be like, all right, meet in the alley here. And you go to the alley and some gay guys there and they just have sex, right? So their body counts be in the 500-600s. You dig what I'm saying? Like a regular, average, run-of-the-mill gay dude.
Thousands.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Yeah, their body, because they have sex and never meet. Like, they'll have sex with somebody and never talk to that person again. Or they'll go to these parties and they have sex with a bunch of people and just leave. Like, whereas heterosexuals, it's like kind of like, even if you is sleeping with a lot of broads, it's like, it's different. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's like prostitution. Only way you could rack up a body count like a gay dude is if you are like a John.
It's way different.
But their regular life is like that. You know what I'm saying? Their regular life is like a nigga who just guy who
industry is crazy.
Prostitute. Yeah, not the industry. I'm talking about regular run-of-the-mill, average gay dude, any gay dude.
Hey, those shits, like, you know how like motherfuckers meet somebody on like Facebook or those what's the dating app Tinders and shit like that. They got that shit in the gay world, but in the gay world, it's like swipe right if you want to fuck right now, swipe left.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying.
And we don't have that because your girl ain't going. Most girls ain't just gonna meet you and just sleep with you right there. They want to rap and shit. They want to get to know you and shit like that. Like, their shit is different. Their shit is way, way different. I think a lot of people don't know that. Like, we don't, like, it's they're so judgmental. Like, when you see a gay person talk in public or online, or a famous gay person, they're like usually talking down on people. Like, you're this, you're racist, you're sexist, you're homophobic, you're phobic, and you need to do this and da 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 da. And that motherfucker fucked 10 strangers yesterday. It's like, yo, what the
Wow.
Straight narcissist.
And it's like we get confused because they're always telling us off and reading us and giving us the, you know what I'm saying, giving us a piece of their mind and talking about how bad of people we are. And that motherfucker literally just blew somebody in the parking lot.
Their culture is pretty deranged.
Following the screenshot. Homie witnessed a shooting where either Diddy or his brother shot a dude in the bathroom and then got the cops to just totally not prosecute, not investigate, say it was a drive-by. They drove away. But what Diddy's scheme was all about was
what happened?
Mr. Jones, fondling Mr. Jones' leg, his upper inner thighs and his groin, the small of his back, near his buttocks and his shoulders. Jones rejected his advances, and Mr. Gooding Jr. did not stop until Mr. Jones forcibly pushed him away. Following the screenshot. Homie witnessed a shooting where either Diddy or his brother shot a dude in the bathroom and then got the cops to just totally not prosecute, not investigate, say it was a drive-by. They drove away. But what Diddy...
Wait, Diddy got a brother? I had no idea Diddy had a brother. Have you ever seen Diddy's brother? That's crazy. I didn't know Diddy had a brother.
I didn't know Diddy had a brother, shit. But I ain't know R. Kelly had a wife. But free him.
Right, facts. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. Diddy got a brother? How did he hide that from us all this time? That's insane. That's crazy.
His scheme was all about was getting rappers to do gay stuff on camera, though they did not know it, so that he had blackmail on them, so he
was basically like Scientology, man. he was doing the
Classic
Scientology scheme.
Honeypot intelligence gathering operation or
Ain't that what
extortion racket?
Ain't that what Epstein was doing though? Yeah, that's Epstein. So he was just basically the Negro Epstein.
Wow.
But what Diddy's scheme was all about was getting rappers to do gay stuff.
And see, man, they ain't even do nothing to Epstein, man. They only mess with black people that do that stuff. Epstein, he got privilege because he's white, and they ain't gonna do nothing to Jeffrey Epstein.
Right. As if Harvey Weinstein ain't just almost dying in custody the other day.
And a nigga could say that in around a bunch of white people, and white people so terrified to tell a nigga they wrong, they wouldn't say nothing. They would just be like, yeah, right. Epstein's got white privilege. And that motherfucker dead as a doorknob, died in prison.
On camera, though they did not know it, so that he had blackmail on them so that he could kind of control them and thereby control the whole music industry that he had kind of helped create. And to be fair, I mean, maybe he saw some signs that maybe it would work, but apparently homie wasn't having it. Sorry, I'm just making jokes.
Man, you
Quote,
would think
Mr. Combs, Diddy, went so far as to
I'm saying you would think that a motherfucker like Lil Nas X would go over there and get caught with some gay shit and try to get blackballed and be like, ha, surprise, surprise, bitch. I don't care. Now I'm about to expose you for recording shit, you know? Like, nobody was smart enough to fucking just actually send a gay motherfucker over there to expose Diddy.
Well, he's like, he's an asset. Protected until he's not.
I don't know how deep y'all go into this type of stuff, but I completely believe that you got to have some serious dirt on you before they actually trust you. And I'm talking
Yes,
about
exactly.
some serious dirt. So it's like mutual assured destruction.
Yeah, everybody you see on TV in terms of politicians and most of the entertainers, the only way they get to be in that spotlight is by having shit on them.
Well, you look at a lot of people, right? Like a lot of talented. You ever see a talented actress or actor, or artist, and you're like, man, why is this person not as big as this person? Logically speaking, why is this person not as big as this other person over here? It's got to be something like that.
Well, here's the thing though. As far as being gay, one thing about it is hip hop is way much more machismo than just Hollywood, right? So you could be gay in Hollywood and there could be gay rumors about you and you can kind of survive that, right? In the hip hop world, a gay rumor is almost like a death sentence for your career. So he got way more influence with that gay, that what do you call it? That gay fact find, I guess, the gay blackmail shit they do, because you in hip hop, say you a gangster rapper and your whole image is I'm tough, I shoot a nigga, I slap a nigga, nobody won't fuck with me, and you done fucked some dude at a Diddy party or some shit, and they got you, you know what I'm saying, dead to rights with that. That's way 1,000 times worse for that person than some actor fucking somebody at a Harvey Epstein party or Harvey Weinstein party or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop is so homophobic and so, I guess, what they would call homophobic, and it's so masculine and it's so like that. So Diddy, if he got you, I mean, you could do anything. Listen, I'm not even a rapper. If a nigga had a gay tape on me, I would fucking want to kill that nigga. I would try to kill him. And I'm not even a rapper. I'm just a regular nigga just because of the appearances of how that would affect you. You dig what I'm saying? That's just what he was doing was dangerous too in that way, if you think about it, because you got a gay tape of me and I'm out here with my crew and everybody think I'm tough and everybody think I'm straight.
Right. How did he survive?
Kill your ass, nigga.
How did he survive this long without having young Dolph moments or Gotti moments? You get what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers.
Nah, Diddy way too mobbed up, man. He got security out the ass.
Yeah, no, he is mobbed up.
He moved way
but
too
anybody can get it though.
Just
Anybody
shots
can get it.
Like no shots at Diddy's car,
Yeah.
no like attempts at his life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like them motherfuckers was like sending 100 shots at Dolph or later like shooting at who else? Big Boosie. Boosie gets shot at all the time. You know what I'm saying?
1,000 rappers got shot. 1,000 rappers
Yeah.
got killed, man.
Yeah, but you ain't seeing people like Diddy or JC, you know, in the hood with regular ass niggas. Like you just
You
don't
Right,
don't
have
gotta
right.
access
be in
to
the
them like that.
hood. You don't
They
gotta
move
be. Listen,
different.
listen, homie. If you got a tape of a guy who's a gangster, who's blood, a Crip, a GD, or whatever, and you got tape of him doing something with a man, and you holding it over his head, yo, that's dangerous. I don't care how much security you got. I don't care what you can get caught slipping. And Diddy don't be hiding too. Let's stop acting like Diddy hiding. Diddy at every event. He all over the place. His office is right there in New York, and I think in Manhattan. He's at his office every day. Stop that shit like he hiding. He is very accessible.
That's what I'm
So I
saying. Like
think
Diddy goes to like fucking Aruba, like what's the islands in the Caribbean with his hoes. He be on South Beach and shit.
yeah, walking around like a regular
Yeah.
person.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like, how did he not? I don't know, bro. It's so weird to me.
Maybe the pull of that having them tape, like, because think about it, if you got that tape, right, and a nigga know you got that tape, and you tell him, look, man, anything happened to me, all that shit coming out. You know what I'm saying? If anything happened to me, I already got told my people release all the tapes. Yeah, man, that nigga Diddy get the coffee, you gonna pass him a fucking lozenge, man. Shit. Shout out to Eric S, man. He said, I'm 44. This sounds like my childhood. I grew up with rap and R&B. Now anything late 70s and 80s, Hall and Oates. Yeah, great group. MJ, Prince, AC/DC, Journey, Disco, etc. Yeah, listen, Journey is big here. Where I'm at, they love Journey, man. Journey play on the radio all the time, man. Yeah, but yeah, I think we're gonna find out though what his method was, because yeah, a nigga, man, listen, think about this. You got a tape, and God rest his soul, man, DMX, right? DMX doing some gay shit, right? And you got the tape, and you like, yeah, D, yeah, you know I got a tape of you doing some gay shit, blah blah blah. Like, you think that nigga just gonna like sit around and let you wait for?
Bro, I told you I know motherfuckers that did security for DMX. That was a wild ass nigga that hung with nothing but killers. That shit won't slide like that. That's why I'm trying to figure out. Like Meek be around, like he know killers. You know what I'm saying? That
Oh,
whole
Meek from
thing.
Philly.
Yeah,
But
you know what I'm
we
saying?
know that
So
a
that
lot of those
whole,
killers are gay themselves.
I get that, but like
Y'all are
some of them.
confusing. Y'all are confusing a bunch of hood niggas with guns with. I'm talking about like ex-military, $200,000 a year trained professional executive protection, bro. It's not even the same ballpark.
No, I got you, but still, like, yo, somebody could just run up like Nipsey Hussle your ass. Like, think about it,
Nipsey
man.
Hussle
You
was on
gotta
the
take
block.
it.
Nipsey Hussle was on the block. That's my whole point. Like,
Yeah, but
you talking
Diddy,
about
We're
you said
saying Diddy not hiding. Like we just saw Diddy on South
you're
Beach
not understanding what I'm
recruiting.
saying. Like you're not understanding what I'm saying. All right, just because somebody's like not hiding in a bunker somewhere doesn't mean they don't have people in place, bro. I don't know how to explain this to you.
yeah, but
Any
fuck
better?
your people, man. You
These
gotta tape of me
motherfuckers
doing
don't
some
care
shit.
about that shit. They'll
Yeah.
paint somebody. They'll tell somebody that motherfucking that don't give a fuck about life and be like, "Hey, bro, you do this suicide mission, I take care of your BM and your kid." Like they don't give a fuck. They
Yeah,
don't take much.
exactly. Let me tell you something though. Like you know how now everybody paint their fingernails, right? It's cool for men to paint their fingernails. In
Seen that.
Well, hang on,
2010,
pause. Who's everybody?
listen. Well, a lot of the rappers in 2010, the niggas that I was around in 2010, if you had a tape of them just painting their fingernails, they never went out in public with it, just they on tape painting their fingernails. Man, you gotta, and they know you got that tape. you in trouble, Jack. Okay, you in trouble just for that. Fuck, then you talking about fucking somebody and sucking somebody's shit, man. What? You got a tape of that? Oh, listen, man. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Yeah, we gonna find out. It's gonna come out. It's another reason why ain't nobody touching though. It's gonna come out. That's gonna come out too.
Quote, Mr. Combs, Diddy, went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. This was done to ease Mr. Jones's anxiety concerning homosexuality.
Hold on, what?
Sorry,
wait. Who came up with this?
Quote, Mr. Combs, Diddy, went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. This was done to ease Mr. Jones's anxiety concerning homosexuality. According to Diddy, this is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it.
Grooming.
It's normal. They just said it.
Yo, Stevie J caught a mean stray because Stevie J was walking around with Diddy on South Beach. Isn't that the tape you talking about, Crook County, with him and Stevie J walking around South Beach?
Yeah, the one that was recently, yeah.
Yeah, the recent one, yeah. That was him and Stevie J. Stevie J just caught a bazooka to the head straight. God, dog. That's a mean stray right here, Jack. Ouch.
Sorry, I'm just making jokes. Quote, Mr. Combs, Diddy, went so far as to share a video of Stevie J anally penetrating a Caucasian male without a condom. This was done to ease Mr. Jones's anxiety concerning homosexuality. According to Diddy, this is a normal practice in the music industry. Look, even Stevie J is doing it. Diddy informed Mr. Jones that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted, and Stevie J. Yes.
Rapper Redacted, R&B singer Redacted. Y'all some lucky motherfuckers right there. Y'all ain't catch that straight.
It's coming out. It's going to come out.
Matrix bullet dodge.
Yo, you lucky as shit, yo. God damn. I know whoever that was, when they saw this, they probably heart was beating out their chest. And then they said Redacted. They probably, thank you, Lord Jesus. Jesus. They going to church every week now, man.
But you know it was names thrown around, though. Usher was one of them.
That was one that Meek Mill and Usher, or Meek Mill and
Tank.
Tank.
You can assume, but
Exactly.
listen, I'll take Redacted. You can say whatever you want. If that was me and you said, okay, we know that's you, I'll be like, prove it, bro. It's listen, they got Stevie J name in there, and then they redact the other names. So it's like, yo, you can't really say who it is because they got a nigga name and then they redact the name. So it's like, yeah.
Well, Usher came out and said, Usher did come out and say that Puff was harassing him at one point.
Still, Usher can still plausible deniability, man. Yo, Redacted, man.
Diddy's having gay orgies and using it to try to get homie to have more gay orgies because that's what he's all about. Mr. Combs promised to make sure that Mr. Jones wins Producer of the Year at the Grammys if he did gay stuff. So Diddy is claiming that he has the power and leverage to get some random dude to win Producer of the Year at the Grammys, and he's leveraging that to get gay sex.
Well, here's the thing. If he puts your name, like, let's just say, like, what's a big Bad Boy song, right? Let's take Hypnotize, right? Biggie, right? If Diddy could just, like, say he got somebody who made the beat, right? And then he just be like, all right, you one of the producers. All right, I'll put you here, man. Just add, I want this drum kick right here. You go ahead and punch it in the computer. All right, boom, you on the producing, you on the production list now, and he put your name on the album. It's really that simple. It's like how Jay-Z give Blue Ivy writing credits. You know what I'm saying? For songs and shit, just so she can have
paperwork
royalties
process.
and shit. Yeah. So like, yeah, he could give anybody credit for anything. You know what I'm saying? And then make you produce. You know what I'm saying? That's power that he have just from being a record executive.
And blackmail from
Like,
that gay sex.
Do you know Elton John got a Grammy for All of the Lights? Did you know that Elton John was on All of the Lights? Kanye song?
Yep.
Elton John got a Grammy for that. And you didn't even know he was on that song.
I didn't know
that. His voice is like, at the end when they say All of the Lights.
It was 8 different writers on that song.
Yeah, he's singing his voice is on there for All of the Lights as a performer. Now Elton John got it as a performer, not as a writer. Because at the
John,
end,
great man. Like as far
but
as
he
his
didn't
music.
do shit. He didn't do shit. Kanye just put him on there because they be doing
He probably did that
favors
shit
for
over the
each other.
phone.
Huh?
I said he probably did that shit over the phone.
Nah, but Elton John is gayer than a motherfucker, and so like, why would Kanye put him on that song and let him get a Grammy just for saying All of the Lights?
Jay-Z probably made him do
Hey,
that shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell y'all how it works. I'm gonna tell y'all how it works because I do audio engineering.
Yeah, go ahead.
So when you're in a session, right? And this is why people press for having their business affairs in order. Because if you're like, say if I'm sitting in a studio in a recording session and I say, yo, change A, B, and C, do this and this and this and that, I'm adding to the whole production. I'm
Right.
giving input, which means legally, if my business affairs are in order, I can legally take credit for that, for involving myself in that project or that creation. Dang, put the paperwork through, blah, blah, blah. I need my credits. I need my points. I need my royalties. That's just how it works. Like, you could be sitting in a room and you could say, yo, change this line and do this and this and this and that. If you're in your right, you in your right standings, your business affairs is right, yeah, you can claim that without a doubt.
Yep, and here's
how it works.
the thing. And also if you in the studio and you like just giving advice about a song and doing stuff like that, that person do kind of like should, like, if you like, for instance, like, say I say, take that shit out, dog. Nah, get rid of that right there. Don't do that. Blah, blah. And then add this and that. I did help you, don't get me wrong, but it ain't like, it's still your song. You still came to the studio with the song. You still did all that, da. For me to then try to like show up with some papers like, yeah, you owe me X amount of writing credits, that shit is foul, dog. That shit is foul.
No, that's how the business is. The business is.
It's foul though, man. That's some foul shit though. That's some foul shit to do to somebody, man. But yeah, I get it. I definitely get it, man. I definitely get how it works, man. That's why I do my shit. When I do my music, man, I do it, I pay people to do certain shit, and then they by them doing that work, that's all they get. They have it in their contract.
That's a basic
That
deal.
is
Yeah.
released. They gave me the beat, or they sang the lyrics, and their shit it's in their contract. Like on Fiverr, everybody got that in their contract. That like, yo, this work is paid for. It's washed. You don't get nothing in the future for this. Not even. So yeah. But yeah, that is true. Yeah, exactly. That is true. That's why a lot of people use in-house producers. That's why they use their own producers for the label.
Yep.
And all that's in the budget, and they charge, and the label charge what $200 an hour for studio time, and that come out of your budget.
But that a few grand with something.
Yeah.
Diddy's assistant, defendant Coram, required all employees from the butler, the chef, to the housekeepers to walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with cocaine, GHB, ecstasy, marijuana, gummies, Tucci, mixture of ecstasy and cocaine, at all times, so that Diddy could get high anywhere and everywhere. And yes, homeboy has photos of all of it. Diddy maintained this RICO enterprise by using threats of violence, threatening to eat his face, displaying and distributing guns in plaintiffs present, bragging about having law enforcement under control, bragging about murdering people, and bragging about bribing witnesses and jurors in the criminal case concerning the 1999 New York City nightclub shooting with Shine. Are you getting the picture yet? And it would appear that one of the ways that Diddy had law enforcement under control was through his chief of security, Fahim Muhammad, who the whole staff was allegedly told to contact if anything ever went wrong with police or law enforcement, and he would be the fixer that would make it all disappear. Well, Fahim Muhammad is the former head of security for Michael Jackson. This kid had just graduated college with like a business degree, and he became the head of security for the King of Pop at age 21 or 22.
Wow.
And then, whoopsies, that same year, head of Pop died.
And
This guy was
yo.
second on the scene. And then his very next job, after failing, was to become the head of Diddy's entire operation. Think about it. The head of security in a blackmail ring needs to know all the dirt. Otherwise, he's not securing shit. Diddy formed his record label in the first place with a lot of help, basically being selected by Clive Davis, who's got a lot of mob ties and other stuff in his history. But he's been running huge portions of the music industry for before we were all born. We're talking back to signing names originally like Janis Joplin, Pink Floyd, Aerosmith, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yep.
I say all of that to just show you the scope that this is not just one rapper doing bad things. This is the whole music industry. This is how it runs. Diddy is not an isolated incident. He is the status quo. And chances are he was not the only blackmail ring operating in the music industry. We'll go into that another time. If you want more details about the Michael Jackson rabbit hole, Candace Owens produced one of the best videos I have ever seen about Michael Jackson. It's a work of art. Definitely watch it. I cannot imagine how you would watch that video and not come away realizing that, holy shit, Michael Jackson was framed. All of the charges were bullshit. The FBI investigated him. They found nothing. Everyone close to him said that he never did anything to kids, and the only people that accused him of that clearly were standing to gain things from making false accusations. Go watch the video. Huge props to Lil Rod for having the guts to bring the lawsuit that eventually has now brought Diddy down, or at least gotten him into behind bars. This dude had every indication that he would get killed for doing that, and certainly that he would get blacklisted from the whole music industry. Props, bro. And thanks to 50 Cent or whoever else helped protect him and bring these charges, whoever else got his back. Good job, guys. As for this piece of shit, he's not going to last very long. He's going to squeal like a fucking pig.
Yeah, definitely.
And there's an awful lot of powerful people that cannot have that. So watch out for the Epstein treatment. Diddy did not kill himself. And I guarantee you that the FBI is not going to be releasing all those tapes of all those celebrities and politicians and powerful executives that he has blackmail on. They're keeping that shit locked down because that's how they do. Status quo. So key takeaways. All the music you listen to is fucking fake. They're promoting bad artists that they can blackmail so they can control them, so that they can keep running their fucking scheme, and they can give you awful messaging. Think about the messaging in all of the artists that people like Diddy have promoted. Guns, violence, hoes, drugs. That's not authentic. That's being promoted by a blackmail ring in the music industry. It's like if Jeffrey Epstein was the one choosing what music got produced so that he could perpetuate his schemes. That's what your top hits radio stations have been playing for your entire life. We're not talking about one rapper that did some bad shit. We're talking about a systemic issue that just got broadcast across national television. And now they're going to try to cover it all up with everything they've got. Don't let them.
Wow.
See what I was saying?
Mustache man not gonna be here that long, bro. Hey, look, it's like LeBron and his last years. Y'all better motherfucking
Well, tonight they arrested
appreciate.
P Diddy. News just
Yeah, I gotta subscribe to his channel, man. His
Appreciate his him in his glory, man, because his ass ain't gonna be here that long, bruh.
Yeah,
They gonna off his ass.
he put in work too.
Yeah, dude.
His
He
channel's
do
a
it
good
quick.
channel.
He do
Yeah.
it quick, right? Like as soon as something happened, he have a whole video like the next hour.
Hey, what was that drug?
Maybe
Didn't they
his
say that drug was
controlled.
called Tunchi?
Tunchi, yeah.
Dude, they always shout that out, and I used to think that was a person.
Is that the pink
No, it's
shit?
like the pink. Yeah, it's
Lil
like a pink
Tunchi, Lil
cocaine.
Wayne.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, all of them shout that shit out. I thought that was like a person, like a producer.
No, it's a drug.
Tunchi is
Like
I never
ecstasy,
knew that either.
ecstasy and coke mixed. Yeah.
I had no idea, bro. So they all in that shit. Okay.
Wow. That's crazy. What the fuck is this?
ATF legal. Oh my God, I'm a fucking felon. Illegal, super illegal. ATF boner alert. I'm a fucking felon now.
What is that thing that he put on there? That's just the whole like a machine gun.
It makes it a felon now
Grip.
because it passed a law to make what is that shit called? The what exactly is it called?
The grip?
Yeah, so like the grip, whatever. Now, if you put that on a handgun and stabilize it, they treat that as like a felony now. So that's like that just putting that on a gun makes it like a fucking weapon of war. They say the government. So yeah, it's a felony if you have that grip on your fucking pistol.
Wow. Wow. They might try to say that this is, let me not show that. YouTube might try to say that that's like, even though that's a self-defense class, they might try to say that it's violence against women or some shit.
Did you look into that shit in North Carolina with old boy with the sheriff actually fucking coming ahead and he was a son man too?
Sheriff what?
The Sunman sheriff debunking all them fucking theories of Buddy hanging in a tree and all other shit.
Oh, they got a new video. Did the Walmart video come out?
No, but the sheriff did a press conference and he spoke about like everything and was saying like the family tripping, like we ain't had nothing from them. We got him in Walmart buying the rope and all this other shit. Basically, that's it.
Javion, what's his name? Javion McGee, yeah. Oh, they got the Walmart. Hold on, they might have the Walmart.
Oh, they did get the Walmart? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, shit. Let me see. That's his ass right there. God damn. With the blue rope he purchased, but a white man made him buy it and told him that he gotta hang, so we can hang you. Go in there and buy that rope, nigga, so we can hang you.
Yeah, with a black police chief that's covering it up for the white man.
These people are crazy.
Actually, they're worse. The sons that, they're worse than Glider.
Yeah. Hey, did you hear about that? That one chick who I guess she killed some 3-year-old. She was a son lady, killed a 3-year-old glider.
Stabbed him?
Yep, stabbed him in the throat.
The
And they
fat
just
one, she was fat, big old fat lady.
Yep, they're sending her to a mental institution.
Wow.
And you did see the lady that was saying that the cop fucking for DUI he ended up raping her and all type of other shit. But then she told her like they got a lawyer and attorney and all this other shit. But now she they found out she was lying because the body worn camera, and now she was saying that that she shouldn't be held accountable for it. But everybody was at fault in the situation.
Someone. Yo, that's like that one Sun Man. He said, "I just want to blame everybody after someone he knew got killed."
Yeah, it's crazy. JVR. Out here.
What's Mustache Man's what's his news? Well, what's his YouTube?
What was his name? Hold
He
on.
does
Man.
TikToks. Hang on. I think I got it. Hang on.
Mustache Man. Whoa.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Cook. He ain't gonna be here for too long.
Ian Carroll.
All right. He's definitely not gonna last, so you might as well get him now.
You don't think so?
Nah, he knows too much. I don't know. There's another glider. It's funny. There was a glider. I watched his YouTube. He's funny as hell. He exposed Dr. Umar's YouTube page. I can send you the link on the back chat. This glider's cool. I'll show you. Hold on.
Man, wow. Let me see. Yeah, that's good that they got this though. They got homie in the That's good they got homie in the He was black people was falling in love with this dude. He was becoming like someone they actually cared about.
Yeah, they were pushing this shit, and then this shit started to pick up steam here. So they were like planning protests and all that shit in Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Protests.
Yeah, no bullshit. It was protests planned here for Javion McGee, but then the police chief out there in Greenville, whatever, he had a press conference, and you could tell it's a small ass town, whatever. He was like stuttering through the entire press conference, but he was just saying like, I just need everybody to slow their roll, you know, country as fuck. Like we got him on video doing this and that. We were being transparent. All that's a lie. He didn't have a rope around his neck hanging from a tree. It was a blue rope nearby and all type of shit. Like he was just basically clarifying everything.
Henderson, North Carolina. It's about 40 minutes outside of Raleigh. Now, that city is not a sundown city. Majority of people living in that city, they look like me. But the county in which Henderson is in, Vance County, was literally created to pack nothing but black people in that one county.
Dun, dun, dun.
And this bitch don't know. I bet she don't know shit from Shinola, man.
This took place in 1881. So the politicians who didn't look like me, they took land from Franklin County, Granville County, and Warren County and created Vance County. By creating that county, it allowed for the Democratic Party at that time to win elections. During that time, mostly black voters voted for Republicans because the Democratic Party represented people like Trump and the people he hangs around. Vance County was named after a Confederate soldier named Zebulon Vance. According to historians, that is when gerrymandering first took place in North Carolina. Hell, when Vance County...
Everything bad that ever started in the world started in Vance County. We get it, man. Vance County is the center of the devil himself is from Vance County. This nigga in Walmart buying the damn blue rope. Niggas, man. Niggas are exhausted, man.
I sent it in the back chat if you ever want to see it.
What you send?
How that dude exposed Dr. Umar's school.
What that is? What's his name? What's the dude's name who did it?
I forgot his name.
Leonard? Is he Leonard? A mulatto?
He's a glider. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
glider.
glider. Oh wow, glider. Okay, that might be interesting, man. We might have to watch that one day, man. Maybe you get that to me. Maybe I save and do it tomorrow, man. Because um, let me see. All right, here we go.
6 other people were also hurt when shots were fired at the intersection of Laura Copy and Lockwood around 2 in the morning. ABC 13's Liliana Pearson spoke to family, witnesses, and victims, all in disbelief over the violence.
Crossing 2 lanes of traffic and stretching a block. The sheer size of the scene gives you an idea of the widespread violence.
Today, I don't know what happened. It was just crazy. It was like a scene out of a movie.
A food truck driver who wishes to stay anonymous says he parks here regularly and was helping a line of customers when the crowd began to yell, scatter, and fall to the ground.
It was literally so close. Like, I literally watched the bullet hit the ground and then hit a dude in the hand, and then hit the ground and then hit a dude in the leg, and they just fell right there in front of my truck.
Police say a white truck drove westbound on Lower Copy, opening fire on the crowd. This cell phone video showing 3 people who were shot lying on the ground, but alive.
And just waited for them to stop for a second, and when I got down and got to the back with my wife, they started again. More shots, more. It's just blood everywhere, all in front of my truck.
John Taylor says that he was at that block party, not realizing he was shot in the foot until after he got away.
Too many people got hurt tonight, so I can't just speak for one person. I can't even speak for myself.
The mother of 24-year-old Jarvis Fultry says her son died at the scene. The friend of a second unnamed victim coming to leave a memorial for her loved one. Neighbors telling us the violence is terrible, but not a surprise.
It shouldn't have ever happened. You know, it just people lost their lives for no reason.
Everyone calling for the suspect to turn themselves in and give answers as to why they did this.
Just stop doing it. Stop the violence.
Houston police say they did find 2 kinds of bullet casings, indicating at least 2 guns were fired during the mayhem. Anyone with information is asked to reach out to police. I'm Liliana Pearson, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Information about a tragic shooting at a block party where 3 people were killed.
According to Houston police, a total of 11 people were shot in a drive-by. HPD says 2 men died at the scene and a 3rd man was taken to the hospital where he later died. As for the 8 other victims, 7 of them.
You hear all this shit happening. I mean, look like where was the news about this? 3 dead, 8 injured. When the fuck did this happen? I mean, where was the news? I haven't heard nothing about this.
Tragic shooting at a block party where 3 people were killed.
According to Houston police, a total of 11 people were shot in a drive-by. HPD says 2 men died at the scene and a 3rd man was taken to the hospital where he later died. As for the 8 other victims, 7 of them were men between 22 and 49 years old and a 43-year-old woman. All are now expected to survive. Investigators say a large crowd was at a block party when at just before 2:30 Saturday morning, at least 3 suspects inside a car started shooting at the crowd. And new tonight, we're hearing from the loved one of Breon Stewart, one of the victims.
Stewart's fiance tells our Katira Winfrey she prays someone finds it in their heart to come forward with information.
Keep praying.
Last night for Ashlyn Winter was a night like no other.
Definitely disbelief, like being home and him not coming last night, just being here and him not here, hoping he walked through the door, that was kind of sad.
Ashlyn,
look at those fucking lashes, man. Her fiance just got murdered in broad nightlight at a fucking block party. She put on some lashes.
Cum catchers.
Salute the baby king, man. He says, keep us humble. Support the channel. Cairo doing. I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of Cairo tomorrow, man. My son, man. Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all some
Cairo.
Yeah, man. He might show y'all a picture tonight, man. He said, drop the link for Javon. The link is in. The link ain't in the. I didn't put the link in the description box.
You did.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I got here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But to be fair, Gliders and Umbritas are doing this shit too. To be fair,
Gliders and Umbritas doing what shit?
that those cum catchers, they are.
Not to that extent.
No, sisters are doing it too far. But trust me, Umbritas,
Not
they're doing it.
not after her fiance was murdered. Like
No,
I
no,
don't think.
that's
I'm just
true.
saying.
But
I'm just saying. I don't
Umbritas
think
do
most
it heavy.
gliders would.
Umbritas do it heavy, but glider women do it too, though.
Yeah, all right, man. But yeah, this is it's just like
This is too much, though. I agree.
I
salute
mean,
to
if
my
you
man.
didn't know what we were talking about though, like just based on her, mannerisms and her demeanor,
I agree. I
like
agree.
she could be talking about a pothole not getting filled or something.
Yeah, facts.
That's true.
Salute to my man Jose, man. Shout out to Jose, man. Salute to Aster J, man. He says Rolls Royce, oh boy, switch, I call your name. OS band, tell me if you still care. SOS band, yeah. Shaka Khan, Hollywood. I gotta check that one out. I haven't heard Hollywood. Tony, whatever you want. That's one of my favorite songs. M2 make juice if you, yeah, whatever you want by Tony. That's crazy that their best song is the one where Raphael Sadiq don't sing the lead. And I love Tony, but I was always like, damn, that's crazy, man. Maybe they had Dwayne sing that song because he might have had the right voice for it, but that's my favorite Tony song, and Raphael Sadiq is not singing the lead, which is ironic, man. Shout out to Patrick Lawrence. He said drop the link for Javon. Shout out to, he says, can you drop the link for Javon? Appreciate it. I did drop it. It's in there. Is he right there? Did he come up? Oh yeah, there you go. Shout out to Don Wrinkles, man. Don Wrinkles. I love music talk more than anyone. But can we get back to the elderly goddess getting steamrolled by underserved teens? Yeah, man.
Nice to take a break.
Yeah, definitely, man. Facts.
Last night, just being here and him not here, hoping he walked through the door, that was kind of sad.
Ashlyn is in the beginning stages of grief, trying to figure out life moving forward without the love of her life. 23-year-old Breon Stewart.
Really so genuine, can light up a whole room with just his smile, his words, real genuine soul.
Just before 3 o'clock Saturday morning, she got a devastating call explaining how chaos and gunfire erupted at this Northeast Houston intersection, and her fiance ended up caught in the center. It's unexpected. She says anxiety typically keeps Stewart away from crowds like this.
Person that you with for so long every day, and then finally is permanent, like you're never going to see them again, that hurts. That's a different type of hurt. Like, I don't wish that on nobody.
She's experienced devastating loss before, but she didn't cope alone.
We was both able to grieve our baby together, and I was on my own, but this time I'm on my own, like grieving him.
Tragedies like this, she says, your feelings change minute to minute. Right now, she and Stewart's mother lean on one another. Their shared grief, somehow holding each other up, with help from hope and a prayer.
So I pray, like, if you know something, you say something.
Reporting.
Ain't nobody saying nothing. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Calvert, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Wow, man. That's crazy that happened and we didn't really hear nothing about it, man. That's crazy.
We begin tonight with the developing story.
According to them, crime is To the according to the Democrats, crime is at an all-time low. Everything's
Yeah, it's
okay.
down, man. Yeah, thank God, man.
We begin tonight with a developing story. A 16-year-old girl was killed and 5 others injured when a car drove into a crowd following a fight in downtown Minneapolis. Police tell us 22-year-old Latalia Margali was arrested on murder charges hours later. The family of the victim is dismayed and outraged.
Natalia Morgali, she looked like she might be something. She Indian or something.
That's a Melungeon.
Yeah,
I
that's
was about
ain't
to
no
say
black.
Hawaiians
A
or something.
Melungeon.
Yeah, something. She not Hispanic and she not black. Natalia Morgali.
Over what happened. Richard Reeves spoke with family members and also has more from the police chief, Rich.
Yeah, Callan, both Chief Brian O'Hara and that 16-year-old's family call what happened a senseless act. The chief says this was not a random crime, that the crowd was clearly targeted by the suspect. Meanwhile, a family is grieving the loss of a teen they say was turning her life around.
Going through the crowd is a silver SUV left eastbound on 5th Street.
It was a horrific crash that took the life of 16-year-old Demaya Broom,
They took my baby away from me.
leaving her family in anguish.
My baby was love. She loved people. She loved animals. She loved disabled people. She loved the people that stand on the corner. Anybody that was helpless, she wanted to help them. And I wasn't even there to help her.
A little over the top.
Police and emergency responders converged on
wait till the
5th Street
funeral.
south of Hennepin Avenue around 12:20 early Saturday morning after an SUV drove through a crowd of at least a dozen people.
There aren't words to describe how tragic and senseless it is to lose a 16-year-old female over something like this.
Police Chief Brian O'Hara says prior to that 911 call, there was a fight involving teenagers, that this woman, Latalia Angeli Margali, the SUV driver, was present during that fight and then used her vehicle, he says, as a weapon.
At some point, that suspect got in an SUV, backed up down Hennepin Avenue, and drove into a crowd that was between the sidewalk and the roadway.
Broom later died at the hospital. The 29-year-old woman now has life-threatening injuries and is in critical condition. 4 others, including 2 14-year-old girls, have non-life-threatening injuries.
Here's my thing, and listen, we got a spot like this in DC called Adams Morgan. We got a bunch of spots like this, but that's the main one, right? U Street, Adams Morgan, where gliders share nightlife space with Suns, man. Like, what's the can some of you gliders give me the calculus on that? Like, what is that like? How does that work when you like? I'm gonna go to this shared Sun glider nightlife space, man. Like, what is your when you're leaving the house or when you're getting ready or when you're planning to? What's going on in your mind?
Survive.
Is my life insurance policy up to date?
No, I mean, what makes you go there? Like, of all the places, like, why not just go to an area? Because there's plenty of areas where it's just a glider area. You know what I'm saying? There's bars, the club, gliders frequent it, and there ain't no Suns around. Maybe some Sun straggler, homeless guy out there begging, or some Sun man, playing the guitar or something with a fucking pan in front of him for change or some shit. But I'm talking about like areas where little homies is walking around, groups of like hood rats in their best like little black dresses and shit walking around, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what make you go down there?
A different type of gliding.
This right here on the screen ain't no different type of glider, Jack.
Probably just a girl, probably pussy.
Is it like the danger kind of like adds to the experience?
No.
It's like
Keep
going
your
to
head
the
down.
zoo.
It's like jumping out of a moving car.
I mean, it's like going to the zoo, man. You go on a little safari in Africa, and you're in a little truck, and lions and shit be out there.
Man.
4 others, including 2 14-year-old girls, have non-life-threatening injuries.
Yeah, like it's little 14-year-old girls out there and shit fighting in the street.
Have non-life-threatening injuries. Whose family still trying to come to terms with a terrible loss.
We do desire justice, and I'm saying it like this, that this young lady, my niece, didn't deserve this act.
Police say they arrested Margali along Bryant Avenue North about an hour later on suspicion of murder. Room's family says in this difficult time, they're looking for answers.
I just want to know why this girl did this to my baby and took her from my family.
Room's family says she loved to draw and was a favorite of her nieces and nephews, that she had recently transferred from Spring Lake High School to the Minnesota Internship Center and wanted to pursue a career in nursing. Police say they're still investigating for a motive in this case.
Well, so she was trying to turn her life around.
An attempted robbery turning into a murder investigation in University City.
2 men tried to rob a man working on a car. He ended up grabbing one of the suspect's guns and fired back.
And those shots, in an attempt to protect himself, would kill his own mother, who is inside.
Yo.
Wow.
Son, sorrow, okay? What that dude the other day asked me, do you hate black people? No, but I bet this guy does. I bet he does.
And an attempted robbery
You would
turning into a
imagine.
murder investigation in University City.
2 men tried to rob a man working on a car. He ended up grabbing one of the suspect's guns and fired back.
And those shots, in an attempt to protect himself, would kill his own mother, who is inside their home.
This happened last night on North Drive, just a few blocks north of the Del Mar Loop. Our John Kipper is here with what we know.
She never did nothing to nobody.
Mariah Bean lives next door to Ashley Selman. She's still in shock. Bean says she and Ashley walk their children to the bus stop every morning.
She was fun, just loved everybody. She was really the type of woman you could leave your kids with and trust her and make sure.
Yeah, every black person that get killed was a saint. That's crazy.
It's like they're reading off of a fucking cue card. Like, she loved everybody. Like, nobody loves everybody. Shit.
It was just fun loving, happy go lucky.
If there was people on the moon, she would love them. She loved people. If there was somebody sleeping under a car, she loved them too.
She said she loved homeless people. Like, she would just give homeless people her clothes.
And we know that's not true. But we know that. Shit is crazy, man. We talking about some crazy, crazy shit, man.
To the bus stop every morning.
She was fun, just loved everybody. She was really the type of woman you could leave your kids with and trust her and make sure that everything was safe.
But what happened Sunday night ended those walks, and what Bean describes as a robbery gone wrong, someone was shot and killed inside her own apartment.
Literally to be right next door is blowing my mind.
According to University City Police, Carleon Boyd and Terrell McCann Jr. attempted to rob Selman's son.
That little piece right there, that's the only good hair in his head right there. All the rest of them, satanic, demon-seated. God damn. Look the part, too. These niggas look the part. Do you hate black people?
Police Carleon Boyd and Terrell McCann Jr. attempted to rob Selman's son, who was working on a car in an apartment complex on North Drive. But her son quickly snatched Boyd's gun and flipped the script, shooting at both suspects and even wounding McCann. But McCann used his weapon to shoot back, and a bullet went through the door, hitting Selman.
It's an unfortunate random event.
First Alert 4 found a door with a bullet hole inside the apartment complex, as well as a car with what appeared to be a bullet through the windshield.
These random acts of violence are horrible. but we are committed to ensuring the safety of all of our residents.
Captain Lemon says police arrested McCann on scene. He remains in the hospital. Officers tracked down Boyd later that night. Both are charged with second-degree murder and first-degree attempted robbery. And caught in the crossfire, Selman leaves behind 4 kids. One as young as 7 years old.
She's a little older than me, so she was kind of just like a mom or big sister figure to me as well, so she will be missed.
According to University
Damn
City
lashes.
Police, this is the first murder to occur in U City this year. And looking at crime stats, 4 murders occurred in U City.
That's why they said it's random.
University City. Shit.
On Fox, a quiet evening in University City turned into a nightmare when an armed robbery spiraled into a deadly shootout. Fox 2's Taylor Harris is live in University City tonight with more details about the tragic chain of events that left a mother dead. Taylor?
Yes, Mandy, tragedy struck here in University City as a mother was fatally shot in a violent gun battle that erupted during an attempted robbery outside of her home. Police say 39-year-old Ashley Selman was killed Sunday when her son exchanged gunfire with 2 suspects attempting to rob him. Prosecutors have now charged 20-year-old Carleon Boyd and 22-year-old Terrell McCain Jr. with second-degree murder and first-degree attempted robbery.
Our office believed that that was the appropriate charge. So keep in mind, an A felony has a sentence range of 10 years to life in Missouri, which is defined as 30 years.
According to police, Selman's son was working on a car in the parking lot of their apartment complex when Boyd and McCain approached, putting a semi-automatic handgun to his head. But in a dramatic turn, police said the son disarmed Boyd and fired back at the pair while running towards the house. As Selman's son fled, McCain, who was struck and paralyzed, continued firing.
The defendant's
Wow.
injuries do not.
He was struck and paralyzed. One of the guys was struck and paralyzed and continued fighting.
Who was struck and paralyzed, continued firing.
The defendant's injuries do not factor into our charges.
One of the bullets tragically hit Selman as she stood behind her apartment door, killing her instantly. Neighbors were shocked to hear what happened.
Me personally, it's kind of shocking because I haven't heard anything that's been going on around here. And all we can do is just basically pray for the family.
A family friend told us that car break-in attempts have been on the rise in the complex, and this shooting around 9 p.m. Sunday may have been a random act. The family friend told us the suspects are strangers to them. I am awaiting a response from University City Police and St. Louis County Police concerning the case, but as of now, both Boyd and McCann are being held at a $500,000 bond as the investigation continues.
Now to the New York police shooting and chaos in a subway.
Oh, this chaos. Christ, man.
Man, some people are just the 11th plague of Egypt.
Bro, we're the missing link between the prehistoric mill and the modern mill.
Ish. Like that guy right there, like think about it, man. One of the robbers is paralyzed. The victim's mom was hit with a stray bullet and died instantly. Just a fucking big over some guys working on a car. What you want to get, like $30, if that, or get some credit cards, debit card or something that's gonna be maxed out. Like, what were you? And listen, around them, man, all decisions are that, well, not all, but the majority of their decisions are that small and what's the word?
Short-sighted, like,
yeah.
And it's fucking terrifying when you think about it. It really is. It's fucking terrifying, you know. It's not like they sat back and thought about it and planned it out. No, just like walking by, I was like, hey, look at your boy over here. You know what I'm saying? And then just on go.
Yeah, it's just crazy. And the robber, man, he gonna do time, or he gonna get prison, and he got to deal with that too. he got a lot, man. And then the victim, his mom, like he got a.
Well, so one of the stories said, or it sounded like he shot his mom, but then the other story sounded like the
Yeah, that's
dude
what I
shot his
thought too.
mom. Like the second one, the first one, it sounded like it was friendly fire, and then the second one sounded like it was the other dude.
Man. And then it never stops either. It's like just everywhere you look.
Now to the New York police shooting and chaos in a subway in Brooklyn yesterday afternoon. What started as a fair beating case quickly escalated into violence. A man approaching two New York cops with a knife, and cops started shooting at him. This at the Sutter Avenue stop. When it was over, an officer, the suspect, and two subway riders were hit with bullets. One of those riders was struck in the head and is in critical condition. And now a mystery. What happened to the knife the suspect had? Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles, live at Brookdale Hospital with new developments. Darla.
Well, Bill, there are certain things with this shooting incident that are under internal review by the NYPD. The knife that you mentioned, the knife used to threaten officers in this shooting incident, well, that was stolen from the crime scene. They're looking for that suspect and trying to recover the knife. You also had two tasers that were deployed. Neither of them worked. You have an NYPD officer recovering here at Brookdale Hospital from a gunshot wound from a fellow officer. And all of this, the root of all of this is a $2.90 subway fare.
He got shot too? He got shot, the cop got shot too?
The NYPD using this cell phone video to investigate the actions of their own rank and file. A portion of it shows an officer down, mistakenly struck by either a bullet or a fragment that came from his partner's gun.
The tactics are a little bit different in the subways. I have to understand it's a very condensed environment with a lot of people. So it's difficult to approach and isolate someone from that in that situation.
A 49-year-old man was shot in the head, and a 26-year-old woman was grazed in the leg, also mistakenly shot by an NYPD officer Sunday afternoon. It all started when two patrol officers saw the 37-year-old suspect slide through an open gate at the Sutter Avenue subway station in Brownsville without paying the fare. They pursued him up to the L platform. He ignored the commands. Investigators say the suspect was about 7 feet away with the knife in hand when each officer tried to tase him, but neither taser was working. They say he continued to advance with the knife, and that is when they started shooting.
They used their electric stun device we call taser. That's ineffective at this point. Now it's ineffective 2 days within 2 days, both times in Brooklyn. It's been ineffective. Normally it is.
The sergeant deployed this taser. The taser was ineffective.
This is the NYPD Friday evening explaining a similar situation. A 38-year-old man was shot and killed while police were executing an arrest warrant in 3 murder investigations. They say the taser failed while he was holding a knife and they opened fire. And just a few minutes ago, I spoke with the best friend of the 49-year-old shooting victim. He is still in critical condition, and right now they're just holding on to hope, saying that his condition has not worsened. Reporting live in Brownsville, Darla Miles, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
I feel like tasers barely work.
Yeah, tasers have a very, very low percentage rate as far as because you got to think about it. A lot of times people don't know how tasers work. You have to actually hit both of those little prongs. If both of those prongs do not connect, and if they're not spaced apart the correct amount of distance, then it's going to be ineffective. Plus, you got to think people wearing, baggy clothes and all that stuff. I wouldn't pull a taser on somebody with a fucking knife. No way.
Yeah, that's a great point. Just the idea of pulling a taser on someone wielding a knife trying to stab you is like,
Yeah.
I mean, you either run away or you shoot them. Like, there's no in between.
I guess he's trying to give him a chance. I don't know. He's trying to de-escalate.
Say what? Give him a chance to stab you? What?
Guess he's trying to give him a chance to not have to shoot him.
Nah, man.
But
You meet deadly force with deadly force.
That's what I
but
would
do
do. But I'm trying to think why he did it. Because that shit didn't make sense to me.
Well, some
and
officers, if you got like more than one officer will use less lethal while being covered by an officer with lethal. So that might have been it, but I was never the motherfucker with the less lethal. Doc fall asleep on us? Yeah, you gone.
Oh,
he
He gone.
yeah he gone.
there's a
Nah,
black
man, but one thing you never see though is like you don't see too many people use the pepper spray. In my experience, that's a lot more effective than a taser.
Isn't it like a shorter range though, or it doesn't?
It's about 21 feet for pepper spray. Well, yeah, it's about 21 feet.
Oh,
Oh
that's pretty
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I use it for the club just in case like they act out of hand. I'll just
Yeah, why
spray the
don't
whole
police
club.
use pepper spray?
Yeah, I was just about to say, why do they always pull the taser out? Instead of
Pepper spray could be lawsuits and stuff like that. It's an easy lawsuit where they could say asthma and all that, so they try not to use it. That
But
I know in Jersey. I'm not saying
the
you know.
taser will stop people's hearts.
Yeah,
So
so I don't know. I don't
the
know.
reason the reason a lot of people use taser over the spray, well, it's two reasons. Reason number one is like everybody knows what a taser is. They know that sound. You know when you arc it, you press the button, it goes clack, the little clack sound. That's called arcing it. So like a lot of people, it's for deterrence for most people that they use taser. Um, Also, if you use the pepper spray on somebody, you actually you're responsible for that person during the decontamination process. So you basically have to babysit them until medical gets there and make sure they don't
Yes.
pass out. And also, you don't want to get in a fight with somebody who's got pepper spray on because guess what? That's gonna get on you. So a lot of officers don't use pepper spray for that reason.
It's messier.
Plus, if it's you're outside, you got to worry about the wind direction, and all that stuff. I mean, but I personally think because I've been tased and I've been pepper sprayed, I think the pepper spray is a lot worse, in my opinion.
Oh,
I'm never
what's up,
really. Oh, go ahead.
Jovan? What happened to your team, man? Today, man. Philly, the Eagles, terrible.
Yo, I'm keeping with a buck, man. I don't know I don't think I never thought Jalen Hurts was that good, even when he had that Super Bowl run. So I'm not really that surprised, man. I'm not putting all the blame on him, but I just don't think he's that good.
Yeah, it was a good game though. I was at the bar
Yeah,
watching it.
it was a great game. It was heartbreaking to watch though.
I was always rather in there. Britos was like soccer, soccer. I'm like, nah, not tonight.
Damn. I always noticed that Burritos really don't really care about football like that.
Yeah, it's even Haitians. We don't. When I was growing up, they only like soccer. So I was in a household of just soccer. And I was like, the hell. But I was born here, so I didn't understand.
It's an international sport.
Yeah, but it's funny. Haiti is just all soccer. Then next door is baseball. So it's ironic. It was always when I go to DR, it was all baseball. Then when I went to Haiti, it was all soccer. So it's just like it's crazy. Then I went to the little Haiti in Brazil, and they love. That's why it makes sense why they root for Brazil. So that was always interesting to me.
How was Brazil?
It was nice. I went to Rio, then I went to the little Haiti part because they got a little Haiti over there. It's nice. It's just a couple Haitians that migrate, but that was long, long years ago.
Okay.
So this is nothing new because again, I told you my mom, 1939, 84 years old. She got the fuck
Damn.
out of there and went, yeah, she got the fuck out of there and went to America. So a lot of Haitians was trying to leave. They went to Chile, Brazil, because they had a fucking dictator that was just sniping them, like Papa Dot
Papa
and shit.
Doc.
Papa. Yo, I heard his name
Yeah.
in battle raps and shit. I never knew who the fuck they were talking about.
Yeah, that's what it is. He's like one of the
Duvalier.
famous dictators. Yeah, it's one of the famous. That's why my mom left Haiti. That was the main reason. And I struck the fucking lottery when I was born in the States. So thank you. I love you, mom.
Everybody
Yeah,
come here for a better life.
that's one of the greatest decisions
Oh
anybody can make.
yes. She hated. She was a hater too. She hated N words. She hated. She's so like damn. So I don't want to live around them. I'm like bomb. She's like
Damn.
I don't know. She hated. She was a hater. So that's why I got her from.
Yeah, those are my type of people. Hating
Yeah, she
niggas.
wasn't a hater. She didn't want to deal with that culture, that negative culture.
Yeah, because I know about that crazy shit. Like, I didn't take offense about the cat shit. Like, I know about that shit. So it's like you said, Shorty, one of your shorties know about the cat shit, and you told me like she was one of your ace. So I know about that culture and shit. So it's nothing new. I've been
Man,
around that shit.
people have the right to want to be around whoever they want to be around, man. Like,
Yeah,
and it's I don't know. It's just I think people put too much salt into integration nowadays, bro, and it just doesn't work, man.
agreed.
It's too many different cultures out there within cultures. You look at the black
Right,
culture, for
right.
instance, right? The black community. There's so many different cultures inside the black community that don't gel. That's why we got fucking
I
Crips and Bloods and
Facts.
shit.
exactly.
Like,
Man, listen, and this is why I hate like some of the Haitian, the Americanized Haitian people are complaining like, "Oh, you talking about?" I'm like, man, shut the hell up, man. We would get made fun of every time. Haitians we used to get clowned every time. Now all of a sudden they want to act woke. I'm like, stop it. It's too many different cultures, like you said.
Yeah, but did you see the video of Kodak Black on stage at his concert talking about like, yeah, he messed with Trump, but he don't like the stuff that's said about the Haitians, but he gonna vote for Trump because he don't like Kamala. Is that is Haitians? I mean, are y'all a big enough group in here that Trump gotta like apologize or some shit or whatever the
No,
fuck? I don't.
no, because we thought we had a punchline where back then in the 80s they used to say that we were the ones carrying AIDS. I remember that when I was a little kid. So
Wow.
this is nothing new. This is nothing new. I remember when one of my friends, I was like, yo, I'm hate, he like, what are you? I'm like, black. Like, but you was talking a language. I was like, oh, I'm Haitian. So what the fuck is that? So it's like, this
Yeah,
is nothing. I never cared. I
yeah.
had dudes that wanted, oh, I can't, well, fuck this Haitian dude up. And then the girls would be like, Mark Haitian, right? No, he different though. He different. I'm like, the ignorance. So it's like, whatever.
So you don't see yourself as an American?
Culturally, I've been raised by my mom. So I'm more American, obviously, because I was born here. But I got a lot of my mom took care of me. Never bitch, never talk shit about my dad. None of that.
So you waving that Haitian flag?
Yeah, whenever I have to, but I'm still American first.
Oh, all right.
Again,
That's
yeah, again, I was happy that I struck the lottery. Like, like I said, like when I go to Haiti, they don't look at me. as Haitian. They look at me as straight American. Like they know.
Yeah, because you won't eat the cat that's on the menu, right?
Nah, I don't eat the
Yeah.
cat unless
Yeah,
unless it's a bitch.
You
yeah,
don't
they
want
know
to.
you.
You don't want any stir fry pit bull.
Stir
Yeah,
fry pit
man.
bull, I though. I ain't gonna hold you. Nah, I'm
I'm telling
joking.
you. I'm telling you, man. It sound good,
Shit,
Nah,
most
man.
people probably hate it anyway. You eat from the damn
nah,
Chinese food store for years.
You don't
nah.
want. You don't.
It's just certain culture. Like it's like they sacrifice
No, I know
animals,
all y'all part. Yeah.
yeah, and
You
all
know,
that stuff. I don't want to get into too much detail on all that because
Yeah,
yo,
I
you
had my cousin into that, so I know about it.
but
you
here's my
ever had
thing.
a mud cookie?
Yeah, how can you eat that and then not eat a cat? I think most people would eat a cooked cat or a cooked duck before they would eat a mud cookie. I mean, a dirt cookie.
Yeah, I mean, there's people that eat squirrels in Louisiana. There's people that eat raccoons in Louisiana.
Right?
So this is nothing new. So why are we acting like
They eat
Well,
the
it's
clay
actually,
just a
it
down
is
culture?
south.
new. It's new. Hold on, it is new for Springfield. Like those people in
Oh
the
yeah, yeah,
bayou
I agree.
that eat
I
that
agree.
stuff. Let's not try to compare like some hicks that's living in the fucking swamp to some people that just came to your fucking city and now eating cats. Like it's a different dynamic. Like nah, it's different. Y'all just showed up and y'all eating our cats.
Totally agree with you. Totally agree. But my thing is other Haitians are acting like we don't do that. I'm like, cut the cap. There is, it's not a lot, but there is the norm of us that do that. And when I try to explain it to them and they're like, oh, stop. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You want to act you're woke, be my guest, but they know,
Yeah,
My,
they
they
know.
know. And
no,
it's for
no.
religious purposes, right?
Some is for religious, some is for like some cities when in Haiti, they eat it, but some is for religious purposes. I told you, my sister, she didn't know when she was out there growing up as a kid, she was eating some food. She didn't know. She was like, damn, this is good. And they was like, what is it? And then they was like, it's cat. And she was like, oh shit. But she was like, yeah, I'm good. I won't eat that shit no more. And it happens.
Even though it's good, she like fuck it. I ain't eating this shit. Cause she know it's cat.
She ate it once, so she didn't know. And then she's like, I'm good. Just like I ate deer, so I eat deer.
It's
I mean, all
different
that
though.
stuff.
But here, tell us this. How do you catch a cat?
They just it's I the
That
first one
that is a great
religious.
fucking question. I have a
You
cat.
catch them by the neck. I think
Holy
you catch them
shit.
by the neck. You
With
usually
your
catch them
hand.
by the neck.
They're too
Yeah, with your
fucking
hand.
fast, man. You leaving something out, bro. I try to catch my
Ah,
cat sometimes, and
listen, listen.
bro,
They catch them. I just don't. It's just religious purpose. I definitely know they sacrifice animals. Definitely, that's a fact.
That's what
And
I was thinking. It's a
cats
but
are
but
voodoo.
the
y'all can't
main.
do, bro. But y'all can't do that shit over here, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like
Why
that
not?
shit, because
I
that
just
shit
told
just
you
don't
my.
fly over
But
here.
I told you my cousin who was Americanized went to the doorstep. He's done this. I've seen shit. I try not to talk about it. But again, I'm Americanized, so I'm like, man, this shit is weird. So again, my cousin who was born here, everything, not born here, but he was in Haiti, went to the doorstep, did his green card, everything. And then guess what? He was practicing that shit.
My thing is, bro, it's only a matter of time, bro, because Americans, we love our pets, man. And I'm just saying, one day
Yeah.
somebody gonna fuck with a wrong cat, bro, and you gonna fuck around. It's gonna be some veteran with PTSD's cat, and then it's gonna be
I think,
John Wick 2 in this or John Wick 5 in this bitch.
I think because it's in the news, it's going to calm down and nobody's going to be doing nothing.
They know to stop. They got enough sense to stop right now. It's hot right
Ex-
now.
exactly.
Then they ain't real sons. Then if they got that type of fucking discretion, they ain't real sons.
Yeah, that's
Facts.
what I try to tell you.
Facts.
Like that's the only Sun club I'll ever work in. Man, when I do Haitian clubs, I did like 3 or 4. Man, night is over. Step right out. Nobody tries to fight. Nothing. Always. That's the smoothest club to always do. Any Southern club, you do Haitian clubs. Never a fight. I'm talking about pure Haitian clubs. Like they ain't with the,
Yeah, I've
with
been to
the hip
some.
hop. They just playing straight that slow ass music. The night is over. Security over. I get them out. They walk right out. We're different as culturally. We are a lot different.
It's like reggae clubs. Like I've been to reggae clubs, no drama. You know, that was my shit back in the '90s. Dance hall,
Yeah, yeah,
never
I
had
did
no
too.
issues.
Nice, Philly.
I love that.
Yep.
Tamari's, yeah. Tamari's was my club. Buku, was it Buku Cafe? It's several joints that I used to go to reggae clubs. Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, that's true. But the Jamaican men are very macho though. They're very very macho. That's crazy that there's
Yeah,
not a lot of violence there though. They're very very macho, and they're very like territorial over their women. But yeah, so we have a Haitian here that's saying like he knows for a fact that they do sacrifice animals. That's good to know, man, because it's like everybody can't be lying. All those people in Springfield can't be lying.
Yeah, it's
Well,
just
CNN tells you that it's not true. It's safe to say it's probably
Man, you
true.
know how liberals do, man. I mean, we've been telling these motherfuckers that Biden was senile for fucking 4 or 5 years, and now it's
right.
finally been proven. Now that it's finally been proven, none of these they don't backtrack, they don't retract their statements, they don't
No.
apologize, they just keep it moving, man.
Yeah, turn the page. Yep. Fact.
the only thing I wish Trump never brought that up. They're eating their dogs. I'm like, come on, man, because it looks stupid on his part. That's not solving nothing, and he had no business talking about that. Like, yo,
Well,
just stay
here's the
focused
thing
on the
though.
task.
Here's the thing. The only people that are upset are liberals. And those people weren't voting for him anyway.
I agree. I'm still voting for him, but let's
And here's
hope
the
he
thing.
wins.
Let me tell you about this situation that I think is a good thing that comes out of this Haitian situation. The fact that like it reminds people, right? It reminds us that like, yo, it's not just little fucking bus boys and carpenters coming over here. It's 6'3" Negroes coming over this motherfucker too. And that
But
motherfucker make and listen, I know people try to act like it don't matter. It matters. I, the average person in their mind's eye is like, yo, they can deal with a little 5'3" fucking dude that's gonna fucking,
Yeah,
know how to do some
optics are
drywall.
everything.
Yeah, gonna know how to, lay some fucking carpet or some shit or fucking,
they
redo their
hella ass though
cabinets.
involved. The ass involved though.
Yeah,
I played with a Haitian. He was pretty good.
but
Yeah. So because we're Americanized, that's why.
it's different. It's different when when Americans start really thinking about it, like, wait a second, Haitians. What do you mean? 20,000 Haitians showed up in the city. Hold on. Part of this Democrat shit is 20,000 of these 6 foot Negroes might show up in my city. Oh, that's it. It's a subtle thing. You know what I'm saying that Trump did, but and I don't think he did it intentionally, but he reminded people like, whoa, wait a second, we not just getting fucking little doozers and little fucking runts and shit.
Hombrecitos.
We getting these motherfuckers too, man. Shut that border down.
I
Shut
really, I,
that
re- I
border.
really feel like they're just gaslighting right now, man. I feel like they're doing all this stuff. And, I think it's about votes and stuff too. But I really think they're trying to entice somebody who's really a conservative, somebody who's really MAGA, to actually do something, violent to these people, so they can just point their fingers and be like, "Oh, look, 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 what's happened." I really think that's what's going on right now.
Here's the thing. Here's the only problem with that. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to those people. Listen, somebody would have already done something. Like, here's the thing: if these people's cats and dogs, family pets are missing, somebody would have already done something. And white people don't really operate like that, right? Like, they don't. These type white people in the city, they don't really like retaliate. You know what I'm saying?
The situation is there was a lot of Venezuelans coming. These Haitian immigrants, migrants, whatever, came in. They couldn't just throw them back like, yo, take them back. Cause I think these guys crossed the border from Mexico. So they was like, fuck it. They try to sneak tip to dump them in the middle of the Midwest, and they thought everybody would ignore it. And unfortunately, like you said, there's a dog whistle. Cats are missing. They're doing ritual shit, eating, cutting. I think the ducks, they're cutting their heads for spiritual shit and all that. I know they do stuff like that because I've seen them cut pigeons'
Yeah,
heads
and it's
and
and
all
it,
that.
and it's just
So
a
it's
reminder.
messed up.
It's
Hmm.
just a reminder that, like, yo, you got like a fucking caravan of fucking basketball players and fucking rappers coming over this motherfucker. Like, you not like these motherfuckers. People don't associate these motherfuckers with, like, all right, these motherfuckers gonna be picking berries, and these motherfuckers gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like
This ain't the
running
80s. This ain't
tables
the
and shit.
80s. Yeah. In the 80s, yeah, maybe. Not these ones.
Nah, never do you associate a bunch of lanky ass African looking motherfuckers with that shit. These is you associate this with, like, yo, this is more niggas. More niggas. All your mind tells you when you hear when you say, wait a second, hold on, Haitians. All your mind says is more niggas. And it's a bad thing for the Democrats.
Devon want to
More
cook real quick.
niggas.
He's in the back chat.
Who? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm about to roll out, but go ahead. But Mo, shout out to Doug Chunks. He says snore stream mode activated. I wasn't snoring, was I? Maybe I was.
Yeah, he was snoring.
Yeah, I know I was snoring in the Pep Boys today. I went to
Yeah,
Pep
bro. We
Boys
gotta
today.
we
I
gotta
got
come
my
together for we gotta come in there and get you a CPAP, bro.
I got a CPAP, but I can't. It don't do me no. With the CPAP, don't do you no good when you're not wearing it.
Yeah, I'm just fucking with you.
Yo, what? So wait, is this supposed to be a picture of it? Like Haitian migrants crossing the
Yeah,
border?
this is them crossing the border.
Holy shit. Uh, One thing I noticed, this nigga got like a Bulls jersey on. These niggas look kind of clean, bro. Nigga
Yeah,
got
because a lot of, like, my mom used to do this, pack shit, like pack stuff up, ship it down there. A lot of families do that. And I think even Cook talked about it. Some of his friends he knew from Dade County, they'll pack stuff, or not Dade County, but wherever in Florida. And they're always like, they're hoarders, but at the end of the day, they'll ship those stuff in there to give them some clothes and stuff like that.
that.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah,
my mom done that. Like when I throw my Timbs, she's like, nah, give it to me. And, you know,
yeah,
I
yeah. I
give
know.
see
it to the kids.
I see this dark butt on the left. She got her wig on. So I guess you know sisters wearing wigs everywhere.
Wow. But yeah, man, great show, guys, man. Great show, man.
Hold on.
Shout out to Doug Chunks, man. Op Nation, Hall of Fame, Mount Rushmore. Same black time, same black channel. Um, out of here. Peace out.
Get
Nice.
some rest.